Prime one, that's him. Sky, thought you thought, but I wasn't born yesterday. All I do is ball, you goofies underestimate. Heavyweight bag, step on your weight class. I done moved across states, blood I can't cap. Strap with it on my pivot, clocking digits. Rock hard and I ain't even in the kitchen. I'm on a mission to move soft, make a thing flip like a moonsault. Keep a switch for everybody through salt. Face froze, somebody check dude pulse. Is you stepping or stepped on? Wake the game up, make them regret I was slept on. Bogey's world, welcome to a new dawn. Till I move up, I can never move on. Big bread got me bougie past the great poop on. I'm getting over while you busy fighting over croutons. Yeah, bogeyism, a true Bogart, gon' get it. All this water got me tripping. Hella fish scale, but I ain't fishing. See, I move with precision. When it comes to living, I'm the definition. If I stand for one thing, it's on business. Bogeyism, it just hit different. Yeah, it just hit different. You find my story is all non-fiction. I put my fan before me and I gotta mention. I keep an air phantom, mob a henchman. For you squares, option for opposition. And you ops, I get popped trying to stop my ascension. Talking generational, you got my attention. Underworld motivational, you feel the sensation. Try to see how I look, get booked, I'll take it. I was just a crook, all it took was some patience. Now my phone out the hook, I got hella deals waiting. You ain't really made it unless you got somebody hating. Bogey's world, welcome to a new dawn. Till I move up, I can never move on. Big bread got me bougie past the great poop on. Getting over while you busy fighting over croutons. Yeah, bogeyism, a true Bogart, gon' get it. All this water got me tripping. Hella fish scale, but I ain't fishing. See, I move with precision. When it comes to living, I'm the definition. If I stand for one thing, it's on business. Bogeyism, it just hit different. Yeah.
What up?
Yes, sir.
Happy Friday, everybody. We are back with the first Friday edition in 2025 of Wait.
Yo, game up. Let's go.
Oh, we got my man Guccini JD in the building. We got my man Kidda Cat, aka the Cat Man. We got Bones hanging tough in the background.
Top of the money, cousin Bones.
You know what I'm saying? I am Bogart Scott Freeman. Shout out to the ear to the streets. He's out there in them streets running around,
making it happen,
doing ear things. And a shout out to our man producer P, aka the Neon Peacock, aka Miles Peacock. He's around. He's in the background doing he's in the headquarters. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? Welcome to the show, y'all.
100%, man.
Yeah.
With the lights on.
And I just I had no idea. I guess it was announced yesterday, but they're moving the Rams game to Arizona.
Yeah, well, because that stadium, first of all, they're not too far from that fire over there, right?
They kind of are, though.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, I think it could be an issue of the traffic and stuff like that.
Well, also too is I remember a couple of years ago when Oregon had fires, and that smoke came all the way down to Sacramento.
You ain't right.
100%. And I don't know if their stadium is fully enclosed or if it's allows air to come through, but it could be the air quality thing.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, it's the woo up with the hat
open air stadium, even
and
though it looks enclosed. They got
that the fire safety, the public safety, because when they have any event over there, you got to have police.
You gotta double up on
so they don't want that to take away from what for what the fire people need.
Right.
That makes sense. That actually makes sense more than anything else, because distance wise from the fire, they're safe. And then air quality wise, it isn't like a true open air stadium. But the facts are is that when you got a main event like that, you got to double up on
I mean, imagine that place starts filling up with smoke, or like the smell of smoke, or like, you know what I mean? Like, because like I said, the way
it's like a big bonfire.
Got like a rating hat. It's kind of like a rating hat.
Yeah, right. Where's the beer at? Hey, we hanging out by the fire tonight.
Where's the beer at? Like, bro, we're at the tailgate, bro. We're at the Palisade Fires, bro. Pull up. I guess it's a bad joke.
Facts. We got King D in the building. We got Peacock in the building. We got Ear to the Streets in the building. Top of the morning, fellas.
What's up, Ear?
Yeah.
Yeah, I be trying to voice command him when I'm texting him. I'd be like, yeah, you got that ear. And then it'd be like, you got that years? And I'm like, come on, what the fucking actually type ear.
Siri's trying to make Lee older than what he is because it's telling Lee he has the years.
You know what I mean? Hey, Lee's hella funny. I was reading his text this morning. He's like, yeah, he's like, Catherine, she said she don't like me with the beard. I'm like, and it's funny because like Lee's the type, if Catherine don't like what she looking at Lee, she'll send him to like a spa day and like a day to go get pampered.
Go get right.
Hey, Lee's gonna get his nails done. Hey, Lee be getting his nails done too. He be getting, you know what I mean? That's player shit.
And the pedicures and manicures is mandatory. And see,
real players.
With me, I work with my hands and feet all day, every day. So it's a mandatory I take care of them motherfuckers. But I ain't gonna lie, I ain't had one in about a year and a half. Matter of fact, when I went to the draft, it's mandatory every year because I be in my flip flops and shit, and the beautiful ladies just.
And you don't want nobody to get on them eagle toes. They be like, "Hey, look at JD and them eagle claws, man. Yeah, he's about to grab a fish right out the water."
Oh my mama!
Yeah. So I'm not the only one that get talons. Okay, that's cool.
Hey, listen, but see, I am the only one that what my girl calls the feet sideburns. Like, I got a strip of hair that comes down the outsides of both of my feet. Like a goddamn sideburn.
Like a landing strip.
Yeah, real shit. And I don't really, and naturally, I'm just not a hairy motherfucker like on my legs and shit like that. So she's like, why you got the fucking feet sideburns? I gotta get them lined up. I be getting them lined up. You feel me?
It's not on the top of the foot, it's on the side of the
on
foot.
The side.
Whoa, okay, that's weird.
I'll show you. That's crazy. It's on the side top. It's on the side top, so it's not on the side of the foot. It's like on the side top where it curves down. You know?
Yeah, because I got fur that goes. I call fur like I'm a fur. I got hair.
It's more animal than human,
and then it goes straight to my big toe.
See, you got the feet sideburns too, then, bro. Well, I think we were separated at birth, bro. You got the feet. He has the feet chin strap. It just goes all the way to the toe, like. See, and this is why I don't wear flip-flops, right? Because then, like, you let somebody get on you like that, you got to get your shit right. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm a Southern California white boy. I'll be rocking the flip-flops like half the time.
Hey, bro, it's like I got so many tennis shoes, big bro. I don't even like putting them motherfuckers on most of the time. I'm in flip-flops in the wintertime, big bro. 100%.
Oh yeah, I mean that's how you make everybody on the East Coast jealous.
Hey,
You're
look,
like,
bro, I'm a real
strolling around in the shorts.
See, I changed the game, bro. I'm the type. I wear flip flops and socks, bro. I'm a ninja.
It's January right now, bro. It's 75 degrees out.
Feeling good. Yeah, we've been about mid 60s all this week, maybe high 50s. The sun been out like a motherfucker.
Yeah, that's nice. That's perfect.
Yeah, from like 2 o'clock to like 6 o'clock, 7-ish. It's nice.
It feel good, bro.
Really good. Like I went to Target yesterday. We was in there for about an hour. We went in there like at 6 maybe. When we came out, that bitch, it was cold as fuck.
That fast.
Yeah, because we walked up in there with not a need of jackets.
Everything.
Jackets in the car.
And the sun had dropped when y'all probably was probably
100%.
on everything, yo.
That's exactly what
we got some good news.
Okay.
We got Sleeper reporting that Deshaun Watson ruptured his Achilles.
Oh, fucking
motherfucker is done for the count. I don't think he's ever.
They were saying that he has this Achilles injury, and they were trying to be hush hush. Like it's a setback. in his recovery. And I go
It's
like this.
ruptured. That's not a good word.
When they said,
Not at all.
That
hear
don't
me out,
sound good at all.
3 days ago, they were saying he had a setback in his recovery and it's an Achilles. And I said, wait a second. How do you have a setback on an injury you didn't have? He had you know what I mean? I didn't, well, unless it was Achilles that I was aware of. Either way.
So the Browns are going to be drafting a quarterback, right?
They're at the 2 spot.
Bro. I think they do.
Mm-hmm. And they got about 90 million, I think, left to pay him. They already mashed through a lot of that shit. I think they might even have less than 90. It might be like 70 million to pay him still of guaranteed money.
That's
so
crazy.
he already did the big finesse, bro. This is gonna go down in history as one of the bigger finesses we've ever seen. Because he's gonna get all
I don't
that
even
money.
think it's a finesse, big bro. The Browns was thirsty, even though they were right in a long time.
Yep.
They were really.
Well, is Deshaun Watson not the biggest finesse? I mean, he didn't pay it off. He got the money from them. He got the guaranteed money from the Browns, then settled all his cases, and they're all non-disclosed.
I'm gonna pull this contract up right now and see what they own.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get it. This is fun. I like doing shit like this. See, I move with precision. If you talk living, I'm the definition.
Yeah. Speaking of living, I got a little bit of Patron right here.
Let's go. Let's live.
Living it up, bro.
Let's go. Toast to you.
Yeah.
Where we at? 2025. He was base salary was 46. 2026 base salary is 46. Cap hit is 72.9. And
Yikes.
2027 his cap hit is 26 million. So I don't think they're gonna let go. Well, we still got 20. Yeah, it's 72 million for the next 2 years. His
That's
cap.
not bad. I mean,
so he can hang around the building.
Kirk Cousins.
Oh no, Kirk Cousins.
They came out and said Kirk Cousins. They're proud and happy.
Yeah, he can hang
to have him as a backup.
And
They're paying a $40 million backup. This is the thing right here. Jimmy was paid 25 to be a backup when we were trying to push Lance. And then we ended up getting Jimmy as a starter when Lance went down, and Jimmy was a $25 million starter. We're like, yeah.
A base salary of 46 million to sit on the fucking bench.
So now, let me rephrase this. Is this not the biggest finesse we've seen in contract-wise, like pay-wise? Like, he got $230 million guaranteed.
You know, Kirk Cousins is valuable beyond his on-field play, though. Like you gotta remember where this guy came from, how he got to where he is now, and that could help a young quarterback a whole lot if he's committed to being the guy that mentors a youngster out there. Like, because
I don't know if I would want him mentoring my youngster, bro.
Why not?
He's gonna be like, let me show you the proper way of doing rehab.
You know what though?
And he takes him to one of them spots, bro.
Hey,
they are completely different players. So I think it's his preparation. I think when you get into the film room, you study being a leader, because Kirk Cousins has been a likable guy on all the teams that he's played for. All the players rally around the dude. So that's the type of thing, like where, for example, Lamar Jackson. It took him a minute to learn how to be a true clubhouse leader. Get everybody rallied on him to be like, hey, this guy's our guy, and he they all respected him, but he didn't have that leadership skills, the qualities that he has now. It took him a minute to learn that. So I think if Kirk Cousins is around, maybe he can motivate him or show him the way. Not necessarily motivate. We're all believing that guy is motivated, but to maybe give him the knowledge on how to rally the troops. Get them ready and get them hungry for these games, because leadership is a big thing in football, man.
I do like the Kirk Cousins thing because there's a correlation there. He rocked with Stefanski for a couple years. Now that you have the ruptured Achilles of Watson, you can't just get rid of him, trade him now. No one's taking it. I mean, this is and then so therefore you wouldn't be able to trade for Cousins. But therefore you wouldn't be able to trade for Cousins because you can't house two contracts like that. You know what I mean? I guess
Unless they
can.
eat it, they can 100% eat it and save the minimum.
exactly.
They
Oh
could
my,
do that.
and my thing
And
with
I
Kirk,
feel like they would do that.
he's not accepting no backup role, bro. He still got gas in the tank, and to further, or just to give him a little bit more credit, he is still only 1 year removed from an Achilles injury, bro. 100%. So with him being 35 years old, you know what I mean, it probably didn't heal up as fast as he wanted it to, and they thrust him in there because they needed him. They didn't know what they had in Michael Penix when they first drafted him, and they were to Kirk Cousins' point, even though them last few games was shit shows of a performance, but he had him in division title contendency and up until the point that they benched him. You know what I mean? So you seen him the way he was moving in the offseason and all that, but yeah, Brett was still winning games for you, and that's one thing that he does do. He does win games in the regular season. Say what you want to say him about the postseason, but with all that said, Brett still got a little bit of gas in the tank, and next year he'll be a second year removed from that Achilles injury, and if he happens to go with say like the Browns, and we've seen what Flacco did the year before, and fucking famous Jameis did, you know what I mean? That'd be a damn good spot because you still got all the pieces there. And
Judy, Cedric Tillman, Njoku,
Myles Garrett. And see, that's
Myles
the thing
Garrett.
right here with Kings fans. Kings fans is ready to get rid of De'Aaron Fox. Maybe because or De'Aaron Fox is ready to leave because the Kings ain't doing nothing. What about Myles Garrett? How many more years is Myles Garrett gonna want to stay?
Lying, and they would love a Myles Garrett down there in Atlanta, bro.
Ain't that where he from?
I think so. I know he's from the South somewhere.
Yeah, I think he's from Texas because he went to A&M. I think he's from Texas.
Yeah, because bro that went down there, who the Jets traded, he didn't do shit for them, man. They need somebody on the edge. They really do. They're hurting right there, and if they're going to compete against the Buccaneers, you got to get after that quarterback. What's his name? What's that fucking guy's name?
The Rooster.
No, not Baker. The guy on the Falcons right now playing over there.
No, I'm thinking of Judon.
Judon. No, Judon is out there, but there's the other guy that was the Jets traded. That
is he one of the top sack leaders for the Falcons right now too? No, I'm thinking of Fowler. I'm thinking of Fowler for the Redskins because Fowler's balling right now.
Fowler just came from the Falcons a couple years ago.
Yeah. But Fowler,
I'm trying to think, who is their edge rusher they got from the Jets, bro? It wasn't McDuff because they got McDuff from the Eagles.
So yeah, Huff is in Philly, ain't he? No, Philly went. I mean, he went from Philly to New York, right?
Yeah,
and he was hot this year.
He's hot than a motherfucker. Huh?
Oh my! We got.
Fuck did I end up over here?
We got Candlestick in the building. What's up, big bro?
What's up, big bro?
We got Albert in the building. Top of the morning, big bro.
Albert.
We got Mr. Bakes in the building. Top of the morning, big bro.
Top of the morning, Bakes a lot. The pride of Bakersfield.
Come on now.
Yeah, we're all going to thorough war right now. We're in. It's for one more big score. You know what I mean? The fantasy playoff leagues. And as y'all seen in the backdrop today, we have the results of one of the other leagues that I can
pull it up.
That just what was that thing called? What's the word I'm looking for? It just completed. There you go. Simple words.
Hey, but I'm the king of the one that can't say him, and all y'all be like, bro, this is what you show every time.
Immaculate. Like, yeah, but you be looking for like the fancy words to describe something. You know, what does that? You know what I'm talking about? Immaculate. Yeah, that's right there, big bro. You know what I mean? Like, it'd always be like some, you know what I mean? Ain't no regular. I was trying to think, I was like, what's the word when it's finished? Oh, complete. Yeah, this league has been completed. You know what I mean? We got a few hours still in motion, actually, right as we speak. We got 6 of these things. I think 1, 2, 3, maybe three out of the 6 are completed. See, I almost did it again.
I'm in 3 of them, and all my leagues is done. 2 of them were slow draft, and the first one we kicked off, we ran through that bitch in about 40 minutes. Maybe
I like that team the best of mine. Out of all my teams, because I was very concise. You have a minute and a half. I'm just like bang, bang, bang. So I have to slow draft. I'm like,
So my last 2 teams,
you're pulling up the playoff thing,
and I bet you that's the team that competes. The teams that I don't never like is the teams that compete. The teams that I like, them is the ones that be boo boo.
And I be trying to hate on each one of my teams just for that premise. I ain't gonna lie. I said, "How you like your team?" I hate it. Hate all my teams.
I think I drafted Zay Flowers twice, bro, and I hate the fact that Zay Flower news came out yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then like in a couple of the early ones, I saw Jalen Hurts like going at the back of the first. Then the moment they were like, "Oh, he's practicing, he's going up there now."
He's going, bro.
Mid first, or right after the bye week, guys.
I was trying to explain this to somebody, and the best way I could do it was, okay, so sometimes you have to sacrifice skills over another player, because if the team is forecasted to run through and get to the championship,
James Cook over Josh Jacobs all day, right? Because
stuff like that. Yep.
I would take Josh Jacobs because of his workload in
Right.
both phases of the game, on the ground and the air, but he's going to go later because no one has them beating the Eagles. They have the Bills beating the Broncos. This is just consensus, right? So we're going to lean towards that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes you got to make those decisions. Like Terry McLaurin, I would have took him over a lot of receivers, but like, you know what I'm saying? I took Puka. Oh, I guess that's a bad example. I took who's that? Oh, I took Devontae Smith a few times over McLaurin because I doubled up on AJ and Devontae, and I don't even like Devontae Smith.
But you have that's why I went
have a
Dallas
belief
Goddard
that-
over Russell Wilson.
Bong.
Because I'm like, if I get one day of Russell Wilson, because there ain't no way the Pittsburgh Steelers beating the Ravens. You get one day of Russell Wilson and he has a good day, that's 30 points. But if I could get 2 weeks of Dallas Goddard and he gets likely more than 30 points, and I don't have to scour the waiver wire for somebody, that's like boo-boo. You know what I mean? Like it gets pretty bleak once you get once the playoff leagues advance to the finals. It's like, there ain't nobody out there to like roster.
Boy, you got to get all special team players.
Yeah, exactly.
Backups, bro.
Next week, dude, we're gonna see the top waiver wire priorities are gonna be guys like Tim Patrick. You know.
If the Broncos advance, that defense is gonna be like the number one claim.
What's that bad motherfucker that be returning shit? And he just came back from IR on the Lions. Wiz Khalif Raymond. Wiz Khalif Raymond's
Khalif Raymond.
You know what I mean? Trey Tucker, if the Buccaneers advance, you know what I mean?
Trey Tucker. Wait.
Trey Tucker
is his name not Trey Tucker? Sean Tucker? No, not Trey Tucker. What's the third option?
Don't put a claim in for
Palmer. There you go. Trey Palmer. That's what I'm looking for.
You shook the shit out of me with that one.
Trey Palmer and Josh Palmer. Hey, look, Deion. If the Texans elevate, throw Deontay Johnson. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
There's gonna be some guys out there. Justin Watson. It's all ugly, but Noah Gray, what? Noah Gray.
I think Noah Gray's in play anyways.
Exactly.
It might
be.
The
thing is that there's actually a player pool that second week.
Yeah, right? No, 100%.
Yeah, third week though. You know what I mean? That third week, you're down to 4 teams existing in the actual playoffs to choose from, right? So that player pool just slim all the way down. It's gonna be a bloody war. I think I made a mistake of like this year. Normally, I would have a few IDPs that are on a bye week just to have some guys that I think, you know what I mean? This year, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to get most of the points as I can. So I'm here and there. I have some Nick Boltons or some Anzalonis or some Kirby Josephs. Outside of that, I don't have any bye week IDs because I just want them motherfuckers to hit for me right now. You know what I mean? And I'll try to replenish them.
Yeah, 100%. I think that that's all I got on my IDPs on this in this league right here. I made sure I took all first week wild card players, and then the only one I really got to worry about is TJ Watt because Levante, Roquan, and Zach Bond. I have all 3 of them moving on. But, 100%.
Yeah, I have a ton of Patrick Queen. But because I feel like, because I want to throw the linebacker at Derrick Henry. You know what I mean? I have some Edrin Coopers because like it looks like we might be.
That's my guy right there. So
Yeah.
I hate to bring this.
Ballin'.
I hate to bring this up,
I
but
want to throw him at Saquon. You know what I mean? Whoever's running this
two
fuck,
IDP leagues that I'm only in one IDP dynasty league now, and I hated to give up that team. One of our old league mates, I got to tap back into him. Tap back in with him, but he did tell me that it was good competing with you, bro, 100%.
Yeah, shout out to Uncle Bug, shout out to Titans, Bernie Mac,
McGoobs for sure.
We're still in touch with all those guys because listen. I'm proud to say that I made sure all the people that rock with us was in that league,
100%, bro.
I was even talking to Peacock. Peacock was like, I don't know if I got plucked, but he was like, you know, there was some things being said like Peacock wasn't in there anymore. You know
right, and I chose the league.
Even Candlestick hit me.
I chose to leave, and once I seen him boot you out, bro, I left. Fuck that. And that's why McGoobs hit me. And just to draw it back to what we're talking about right now is that I took Edrin Cooper in that league, and then when we did the Gen Wealth startup dynasty, I took Edrin Cooper in that league, bro. And
I was hot when you did that too. I was like, this
Cooper was balling, bro.
You know what's crazy too? I think I lightweight got on you. Remember this in the Gen Wealth? I was like, Quay Walker was out there. You probably could have like snagged both. He's like, nah, bro. I'll take Andrew Cooper.
Come on now.
And you was right about it for the most part because Quay Walker was hurt, but they are a two. They play
3-4. They play a 3-4, so they're gonna have two inside linebackers on the field.
That are eating exactly.
100%. That's why when Quay was down, the one special teams dude, I forgot what primetime game it was for Green Bay. McDuff. Oh, my mama. He was the leading tackler that game. He was balling.
Exactly. Plug and play. Pause.
Facts.
Yeah, I know. And like, you know, what's fucked up is like, there's so many times I'm like, I'll get Adrian Cooper on the next go around. And then someone snatches. I'm like, I'll take Christian Watts or Christian Harris. I'll just wait. And then just someone
come on now.
Like, God, son of a bitch. Because then I'm thinking I can hide some of those guys because the ADPs, you know what I mean? Like Christian Harris and Terrell Bernard, they're way down there because they missed time this year.
I don't understand why fucking Austin Eckler. So in the first league, somebody was like, bro, you don't want Austin Eckler. I was like, hell yeah, I do. Austin Eckler, in this type of game going against Tampa, bro, I think Austin Eckler is going to be the running back that get used 100%, bro.
I didn't even know he came back in week 18. You know what I mean? And it was actually Papa Guru. Man, shout out to Papa Guru.
Papa Guru.
He's like, oh, God. How come no one's taking Austin Eckler? He's like, in this format, you know, in our playoff leagues, like, in this format, we get return yards. Bogart, you know, he's averaging 16 points a game. I'm like, word, Pops?
Oh,
shit. Like, shit, I have 0 Austin Eckler, and he'd be there, like, because I've been pretty uniform. Bang out the first 9 picks, everyone I need on offense. Then I start filling out the rest. I should have been switching it up. I ain't gonna lie. I should have been switching it up because there were some spots where I'm like, man, I would have loved to have some Roquans or some Zach Bonds, or you know what I mean? Excuse me, Zach Bond. You gotta say like James Bond.
Yeah, them is facts. Well, shit, let's run through the first round real fast.
Let's go.
We got on the clock with the 101. We had Diamond Joe going Lamar Jackson. We had Kidda on the 1.02 with
his arch nemesis.
Oh, my mama. And then we had Peacock at the 1.03 with Josh Allen.
Nice.
Me, myself, and I. We had Jared Goff at the 1.04. Then Hogar Scott Free had the 1.05 with Patty Mahomes. With Sam Darnold and Smoking Jay. Shout out to Fantasy Fornicator and the whole motherfucking BBBs, Bears, Blues, and Bros. Ended it up with Justin Herbert. Anything stuck out? Oh, well, there, yeah, it's only we had to take Saquon.
I think that's Kidda too taking his share of Saquon at that point. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because when you're in more than one of these, diversification is kind of the key.
100%.
Yeah, unless you just happen to draft the team that goes all the way twice, right? You know, if you're Bogart Scott Free, that doesn't happen a lot. I draft the losing team 5 times usually. You know what I mean? But I dig that. And then what, you know, hella happy to get Justin Herbert if you're a Smokey at the end, because you see the QB run 6 out of the 7. He's like, fuck it, I'm gonna take one, or 5 out of the 6 before him. So he takes his, and why not, right?
Yeah,
so it's pretty uniform here. I will say, spoiler alert, I was so mad because the things I tried to that I thought I could pass on, Smokey did it for me. And that pissed me off because I like his team and I feel like I'm responsible for it. Because I was trying to do a diversified build. Meanwhile, like we'll get to it. Go ahead.
Yeah, 100%. No, I feel you. So let's go second round. So like how you just said, Smokey came in at the end of the round and at the turn of the at the second round, he doubled up with Jalen Hurts. That's a damn good stack.
Yeah,
if you think
he got one from each side now.
100%. Then we had Clock with Derrick Henry. Then we had Bogey with Baker. Then I drafted JD5. Then Peacock came with Gibbs, and then Kiddiff came with Amon-Ra, and then Diamond Joe finished it up with Kelsey.
And see, the QB run again gifted the St. Brown and Gibbs back in the second round because I could not pass on the Rooster, being that he's the other side NFC, and I have Patrick Mahomes. So you know what I'm saying, and like. Bro, Gibbs, because I thought about Gibbs for a second there and St. Brown, but I was like, fuck that. Cock-a-doodle-doo, motherfuckers.
Yeah, and my thing is, since I have passed on Gibbs in that second round and took Jaden, my first running back was into the fourth round. So I kind of like how the third round shaped out for me with this Jaden Daniels and this Terry McLaurin stack. The only thing is, if they don't get by, that's my top three pick or top
but
two.
They match up nice. Like this is,
in my opinion, I think they got a chance to go into Tampa and upset Tampa. And it might
be a 12-win team.
Huh?
They're a 12-win team.
Yeah, so it might not be.
It might not. Defense has been their problem all year. Their secondary, and especially to outside receivers and tight ends. So. You know what I mean? Jaden Daniels is in a great spot here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then the cool thing is Tampa going to be able to allocate for Jaden Daniels in the run game? Now, if they completely put somebody on him, it's going to take other people out of position and make other players have to play a little bit more, outside of the scheme or something like that to compensate for losing a defender just strictly on one person. And if they don't do that, bro going to be able to take off. 100%. So
and shout out to Bernie, Mac, and shout out to Sylvie Johnson, because both of them, they have the Commandos beating the Buccaneers. They're like,
and then we got Renegade. Shout out to my dog Renegade. Yeah. He's in DC. He's a DC native, born and raised. You know what I mean? He done popped up on the show on us a few times.
Yeah, always stunting. And I like it. He jumps on the show. He's like the Bogart from DC. He jump on the show and regular life is going on. You know what I mean?
Oh, everything.
Kids and shit. He getting ready for a New Year's party. Remember that?
Oh, my mama at the house.
I wear y'all.
Oh, my mama. What shoes?
I said the most. I went with the loudest, most obnoxious joints. I was like, you got to wear those ones.
Oh, my mama.
He's like, word.
Shout out to my dog Renegade, man. HTTR, HTTC. Now that they the Commandos, man, 100%. DC, stand the fuck up. Bakes a lot. Putting my second QB gave me a lot of flexibility. Plus, half of everyone is going to lose a quarterback after the first week. Might as well go with an anchor in Allen and a flyer like Russ at the end. I'm not mad at that strategy, 100%. And in this league right here, my first quarterback don't play till next week, so I will have a quarterback in the second week, 100%. I hope that Jaden Daniels can knock off Tampa 100%. But other than that, though, that loses my share of Buck. But it helps me out with my later pick in Austin Eckler 100%. So yeah, man, it's definitely gonna be interesting. I can't wait till tomorrow. I hope the first game. Matter of fact, let me see what the schedule looks like. I want to say the first game come on about 10 o'clock because it should be all fucking day. NFL playoff schedule 2025.
Yeah, the sun is out, but it's still facing the other side, the east.
Oh my mama.
Right?
Yep.
Because how my house is positioned. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that shit. That's what's dope. The sun out here during this time of year, or like the winter period.
Come on now, that's that California shit. So it's only 2 games on tomorrow, Chargers, Texans, and Steelers and Ravens?
Yes, sir. And then because we got a Monday nighter, so there's still
Monday
6
nighter.
Yeah, 2, 3, and 1 is what we're looking at. We got the 3-game slate Sunday, the one on the Monday.
So 1 o'clock for us tomorrow and 5 o'clock tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was going to be early. I thought it was all day football, Sunday all day football. The Washington-Tampa game will be a shootout. It will be a highest scoring game in week 1 of the playoffs. Ear to the street said it ain't too much defense. 1 p.m. Good looking, big bro. And 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. Let's go. 100%. So Hurts, Henry, Mayfield, Jaden Daniels, Gibbs, Amon-Ra, and Kelsey to round out the second round. And then Diamond Joe came back on the turnaround, got his second quarterback in Matthew Stafford. We had Kidda taking his first quarterback in CJ Stroud. Peacock with the Josh Allen, Gibbs, and Jettis. That's a nice fucking 3 there. And then I came back and got
he got Jettis in the third. B.
Yeah, that's federal, bro. 100%. I came in with the 3-4, got my stack. Bogue did the same thing and got.
And this is where I give fornicator AJ Brown. Because whatever Clock did, he passed on him. But I passed on AJ Brown there because I went with the stack. And I'm like, I should, and because I have AJ Brown in all these other leagues prior to this, because this was, even though this is League 2, this was the third one we drafted, right? So at that point, I already had 2 shares of AJ Brown. I'm like, all right, diversify for my one. But then I'm like, Marshawn Lattimore's gonna erase him.
Yeah,
Playoffs, baby.
Mike got it. Mike gonna come with it. It's gonna be a highly competitive between them, just based on the prior fights that they had. 100%.
You know what? I hope they fucking squab it out for real.
Haven't they before on the field?
They have twice.
You know, everything, right? Yeah, this gonna be a damn, and this is probably one of the reasons why they made that trade.
For
and
this
they sat
moment.
Lattimore for like 5 weeks before they even fired his ass up.
I mean, they traded him and he had a hamstring.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, that's how crazy it is, because I was wondering how. I remember asking Spencer, because I did the Power Hour all year with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember asking him there, and I was like, well, why are y'all trading for a bro that he's not even going to pass a physical right now? You know what I mean? But I mean, for the Saints, that's a come up. You know what I mean? Because they were just they were going to move on from him regardless. So you know what I mean? And then he was damaged goods, definitely, but he's back now.
Yeah, that boy back and ready for the to help this motherfucking OG defense that they got, you know what I mean, led by DQ, you know what I mean? Man, the motherfucking shout out to motherfucking HTTCs, man, 100%, man. They doing their motherfucking thing. Worst to first. Not literally first place, but you know what I mean? They in the playoffs, so they, you know what I mean, they worst to first for sure.
They have the second pick overall. They're in there with a rookie. And not to discount Bo Nix neither. You know what I mean? But it is kind of crazy because these are 2 QBs that didn't really look rookie-esque all year. You know what I mean? Yeah, when they made the mistakes that they did, like Bo Nix, he might have a flurry of picks in a game. And you're like, oh, shit, where'd that come from? They don't have like a 5-game stretch where he looks super legit. You know what I mean? Like, so they've had their mistakes. But, yeah, there's definitely a reason why both those guys are in the playoffs, where they led their teams for real. Like, and they did it for us in fantasy, both of them.
100%, bro.
Yeah,
Miss Facts. We got Plugger in the building. He said, man, I'm ready for fantasy football all over again. I hate the off season.
Come on, man. I should have hollered at Plug. You would be up in here, up in this thing with us right now. The fantasy playoff bonanza. Yeah, we don't quit. As long as if there's NFL, we're doing fantasy on it.
Come on now. Them is facts. Plugger said, got the trophy smack, making the homies league belt right now. Let's go.
Tight, man. Shout out to Plug. Plug. It's not just a clever name. He's
the plug.
He's plugged in there, bro.
Oh, 100%. That's L Plugger. If you know what L Plugger mean, you know what I mean? He know how to get you to work, man. Oh, and it ain't stepped on work, because you can see it's all freehand and all that, man. Everything. It's A1 I can't feel my face type of work, man.
I would say Peacock and Plug, there's some of the illest, if not the illest I've ever encountered, like personally.
Facts, bro. Them off the chain, man.
These motherfuckers is dope.
100%, bro. cooking shit up, man.
Mm-hmm.
All freehand. Ain't none of that.
Art is meant to be seen. And their shit's getting eyes on it. And that's
100%.
Yeah, man, that's dope. That's what it's all about.
My mama. Hey, plug and Peacock need to make their own channel.
There it is right there.
Do some, man, 100%, man. Hey, real talk.
Little art duels.
Something, bro. Oh, oh, shit. We got Richard Sprague in the building. He said,
Richard?
Richie Boy 71 from the UK. What's going on, big bro?
What's up, man? Shout out to the whole United Kingdom, man.
Come on now. Oh, my mama. Top of the shit. It's what, nighttime over there for y'all?
It's like 8 hours from now, right? Correct.
That's
we're
what
in the West Coast time zone. They're about 5 hours from the East Coast. So I would say they're about 8 hours ahead of time, depending on what side of the UK they're on.
Oh, my mama. Well, top of the afternoon to you, big bro.
Shout out. Or good evening, even.
Come on now. So let me run back through the third round. Stafford, CJ, Jettis, McLaurin, Evans, Jacobs, and then James Cook with smoking.
You know what's crazy is here's where ideology is coming to play because Clark. First of all, Clark, he's up. You know, he's the man, bro. He's fantasy pros ranker, all the shit. He has Green Bay moving forward, so he took Jacobs over James Cook. Because this is where this is what these type of leagues are about, right? It's like what do you believe in? You know what I'm saying? Squeeze the most games out of pause.
No,
because now I was like, just go ahead and gift him James Cook. You know me, I'll get us. I got on clock. He's like, hold on, Bogart. I have the Packers moving forward. I was like, okay, touche.
Come on now. Oh, yeah, my
because if and when in the event that he's correct, you know what I mean? He won't be like, told you so. He just, you know what I mean? It speaks for itself. You know
100%. Come on now. Now going into the fourth round, on the turnaround for smoking, we had AJ Brown taking his second quarterback.
And that was just style points at that point, because he could have took him in the third.
Come on now.
I'll bring him in the fourth. Look at AJ in the fourth value. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, my mama. Jordan Love. So Clock took Jordan Love with Josh Jacobs and then Jordan Love. Yep. Like how he's confirming that they're going.
Yep, speaks to his ideology right 100%. There. Yep.
Then you come with Kyron Williams. We both take our first running back in this draft at the 4-3.
At that point, I'm just like, I'm gonna take a big dog running back, Kyron. Boom. You know what I mean?
100%.
If Jacobs was there, it would have been Jacobs. You know what I mean? Or that's just how I felt. Like, let me get a workload, motherfucker.
Yeah, it wasn't nobody after Bucky that I was eyeing, because if you go down to the later rounds, you got Jones, Mixon, Hunt, Pacheco, Dobbins, and I took Eckler in the 10th round. Yeah, there was nobody I was taking after. And I'm glad that Bucky fell to me as well, because the work that Bucky been putting in, man, that shit, he gonna be a mid-round steal next year, 100%, bro.
Yeah, he is. And then hopefully people, you know why? Because the existence of Rachaad White is not gonna propel Bucky up hella high. You know what I mean? Because people are gonna make the case. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, oh well, he has Rachaad White there, and blah blah. You know what I mean? I'm like, cool, good word. And Baker has a career stat. 25% of his target market share goes to the running back position. So that means he's for every one out of every four passes. He's throwing at the running back, and that includes on early downs, which would be Bucky Irvin, because that's why he gets targets. They're always on first or second down. They're not throwing at the running back early. You know what I mean?
100% on my mama. So it's always going to be a PPR back there over there that's going to bring something to the table, man. 100%.
And we saw it. Even that's why I'm happy to have a lot of the Rachaad Whites late in these joints too, just in case we get a negative game script, which we have all year pretty much.
Or even just a shootout type game.
Yeah, exactly.
100%. Oh my mama. Plugger said Peacock is next level. Them is fact. You is too, big bro. Hey, my mama. Y'all some cold.
Yeah.
And then he said, always appreciate y'all boys. All love to y'all. You already know what it is, big bro.
Yeah, come on, man. We love you, Plug. Man, you always he Plug one of the originals.
100%, man.
I mean, shit, I would have never been exposed to Hard to Start if I wasn't following Plug, and I wouldn't have never been made aware of Plug if I wasn't rocking with Fornicator. And this is what's dope, is because Fornicator is the first person I reached out to. Like, and it was on New Year's Eve 2019, because there was already COVID going on in the Bay Area. So we didn't do nothing. That was like one of the first New Year's Eves where we're just like at the hut, no one there, just us. And I'm just on Instagram, bro. So I messaged, bro. You know what I'm saying? So for him, it's like, it's early of January 1st. And he messaged me back immediately too. He's like, yeah, bro, we can rock. You know what I'm saying? And we don't reconvene until like maybe like a couple weeks later. But then we start doing content together. And then now I'm going on their show and I'm listening to their shows. And they have other guests like Limelight or Plug. And then like Plug was awesome. And then as the universe has it, now I'm already rocking with Spencer. And then so we're in and Piggy, you know what I'm saying? So then all of a sudden we're in leagues together and it plugs in that league. You know what I mean? And then, you know what I'm saying, at this point too, I'm already following Plug, and I would see Plug he used to post videos of him working out, then he'll show the flat screen on the wall and he watching Heart to Start. You know what I mean?
Oh, my mama.
He'd be like watching my guys
working out, or he'll be at work, or he'll be at the motherfucker.
And then I'm like, oh, I remember he shows y'all on the screen. It's like you got the hat. It's you, and you got the Niner hat, and then Kev, he got some he's all Ninered up, and then he got the Cubans on, and then he has a smoking woods and shit. I'm like, these guys are me. And then on ever since. So it's kind of dope, like, because my personal journey doing this shit, it started with me and Steamboat, and we did that shit for a year. And the first person I reached out to was Fornicator, and that's what was the paper trail to everybody for
everybody else. On my mama, them is facts, bro. Yeah, I want to say, Plug. It was Plug and Piggy, that we met first off this. I want to say it was, bro, 100%. And
Kai.
We was all doing. When we first all met, we was doing certain videos and shouting everybody out. You know, we would shout them out and they would shout us out, tag it and put it on the gram and shit. Man, I just all that shit on my Instagram. I mean, on the Instagram.
Hey, once I got rocking with y'all, remember we used to share everybody's shit.
Everything.
It was dope because, and then like, you know how I met Doug Smith? So look at this. So shout out to E on the mic.
Shout out to E. TikTok, he's a TikTok legend.
Yeah, bro.
Shout out to
the kid. I fucking love this kid.
Oh, my mama.
When I met him, he had just turned 18, and he thought I was so cool. Bogart, you're so cool, man. I'm like, for real. He's like, bro, you're hella funny. Fucking, you got some insight. Can you come on my Instagram live? I say, for sure, kid. You know what I mean? Then, while I'm on live with him, it's some Dolphin shit, right? Because I can talk any team. You know what I mean? And then, you know, I get a message right after, and it's from Doug Smith. This is some Sagittarius shit like a motherfucker, because he's a Sag. He messaged me. He's like, hey, bro, I saw you on Ethan shit. Man, that's dope, man. He's like, I know you're a Niner fan, but you know some shit, man, about my Dolphins. And I'm like, yeah, word, bro. And he's like, if you need any help on anything, give me a call. Here's my number. I hit him. You know what I mean? And we just get to chopping it, bro. Like that first, I hit him like that night. You know what I mean? And then we immediately start doing content. And that was another cat who was like, yo, like, I'm so happy I met Doug, because he was just not only like a cool dude, but like, then it branched out. You know what I mean? Like,
Doug is definitely, that's one of the goodest dudes that I met on this motherfucker.
That's a good ass motherfucker for real.
You know, shout out to the Touchdown with Doug Smith. If y'all ain't subscribed to his YouTube channel, please do yourself a favor. The Touchdown with Doug Smith, 100%. Damn great content. But yeah, that motherfucker is a damn good dude, bro. 100%. And you know what I mean? He make damn good content, man. So you know what I mean? We do have a circle of motherfuckers that we have been locked in with since this shit done popped off. And motherfuckers do support everybody on this shit, man. That shit crazy, bro.
Yeah, you know it's dope too. Like when I talk, because I still keep in touch with LQ. And
I
LQ,
remember you saying
he'll be like, yeah, bro, because I'll shoot him the links type of shit.
yep.
He's like, yeah, I peeped it, bro. He's like,
Oh
man,
my mama, and there's somebody that made
I
it out
fuck
of
with
our
y'all.
community. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
And like it's super dope to see he got over. You know what I mean? Like,
oh my mama, man.
Dope.
When Clubhouse first popped off,
Mm-hmm.
and you had to have an invite to get in the Clubhouse. 100%. He's the one that gave me the invite to get in the Clubhouse, and when I was at work, they'll be having
with you and Kev Tough. He would always be like, man, you
and bruh was trying to help everybody push content on everything. And bruh shot us that link to get up into the motherfucking Clubhouse link where it was other content creators. And they'll bring motherfuckers to the stage and ask how you can ask what you want to ask, or give advice however you want to do. So yeah, on everything. Shout out to LQ, man. And MJD, when we was at the Mexico draft, I asked MJD, I said, bro, LQ? He like, no, I don't know, bro.
And you know what's hella crazy?
Bro, he do the stuff over there for the fantasy.
On it, bro, I got a shout out.
He was like, black, bro. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, bro, I did content with that nigga, man. Oh my
yeah, for real. Oh, that's right, because MJD worked with bro.
He on everything.
That's the HQ over there.
Oh my mama, facts.
In the Rams joint, there's a little sky bridge or whatnot.
Oh my mama, bro was like, MJD was like, black bro that worked for the show. I'm like, yeah, that's the homie that when we did content.
Quan Jones.
Oh my mama.
LQ.
Facts.
Yeah,
we got PB and waivers in the building, top of the morning.
PB?
And we got Titans in the building. What's up, Titans?
What's up, Titans for life?
Oh my mama. And then Richard said, I would like your opinion on NFL games in the UK, as it's been announced that Cleveland, New York, Jets, and man, hey, I don't have no problem with it, bro.
Yeah, me neither. And here's the thing, too, is like you have the Jags, who were always, quote unquote, like, I mean, right when the Jags hit the scene as a franchise, they actually went to the AFC title game right out the gate. Remember that shit with Tom Coughlin? Long story longer. So, but and then I guess in 2017 they did get to the AFC title game with Saxonville, right? So like this team, but they have had moderate success. So they stuck them in Europe, is what I'm saying. And when you see a lot of the teams that they choose to go play over there, it's either a big name draw, like, hey, let's go get Aaron Rodgers over there next year, right? Or it's like, hey, let's get the Browns over there. They throw the shitty teams.
Come on now.
Jets, and you know what I mean? So, but
what it is, you know what I mean? Even though, these
how many times do you hear them be like, oh, the Niners are going to Europe?
Huh?
How many times do you hear them be like, the Niners are going to London?
Man, I think we only been over there twice.
Yeah, when we were bad. You know what I mean? It's like they almost don't want to send the good teams there because first of all, it's a business. So it's like, okay, we got to send, someone there. That's why that home, quote unquote, home team is the Jags, right? And
that's what I was going to say, is that whatever home team does is the home team. They lose a fucking game for their fans, but also to furtherance the game. You know what I mean? I understand.
Actual 100%. Yeah.
I understand it. Hey, Steve, man, don't y'all got the number one? Don't the Titans got the number one pick?
Is it numero uno for real,
or is it number two? I know they top three, right? Is it one?
I think they 3 overall. I think they.
Well, they in line. They in line.
Because the one the Patriots. Am I tripping? No,
that's what it is. The Patriots got number one, bro. Ear to the streets. Can you drop that shit for us, bro?
Yeah. Shout out to the ear.
Ear said the Jags need to play their damn it. Shit. Fuck, bro. Yearly, the Jets Browns are interesting picks because if they're he must.
Well, it's also because he voice commands, so it'd be crazy.
That's what I thought it was, bro. Oh, it had to be.
Yeah. I'm a voice commanding motherfucker, so it's another language. It's like when you read it, you know what I mean? You're like.
Hey, Richard said we're always welcome for a beer. Man, you always welcome for a beer too, big bro. Yeah. Come on now.
Yeah, I'm about to crack another one. Why not?
Minnesota Dean said, I keep seeing videos of these fires out there in Cali. Man, that shit looks crazy. I know ain't nothing new for y'all, but I just have to put my thoughts in prayer 100% for everyone.
100%, man, you're a decent human being. You're a great human being.
100%, bro. That shit, man. Man, it's burning down whole motherfucking communities, bro.
Yeah, and it's devastating because them peoples is getting burnt down. You know what I mean? The rich peoples. So they're like, oh fucking no. You know what I mean? Because this shit, when it happens to the smaller communities, or like, here's the thing, living around those areas, you gotta imagine how crazy the insurance is, right? So you're not gonna have too many of us in those areas that are being affected right now. But the fact that it's spreading and it starts to affect the lower level and a tax bracket motherfuckers, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, like we got family. Shout out to my cousin Bonnie. Her name is Bonita, but I call her Bonnie, you know what I mean? Because we call her Bon for short. And she hella skinny. But anyway, shout out to Bonnie. She out there, her and her man's her man, what was his name? P Mac, right? Shout out to P Mac. He directed all the P-Lo's videos and shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's in there. He's tapped in.
Oh man.
And he works for Warner Brothers. This guy's in videography, like on a major scale. But they're living in North LA. They got evacuated.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of crazy when it hits home. Cause then I got my cousin Bonnie talking about, because we're gonna meet them up and have dinner tomorrow night. And she's like, oh, and then my girl's like, well, what's it like out there? Is it bad? She's like, well, if you have asthma, you guys shouldn't come out here. And I'm like,
oh wow.
I mean, all of us I have asthma. I've never had an asthma attack. It's just because they told me I had asthma as a kid. And I just get to you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, I never actually had to use the fucking inhaler, but that shit used to get you lightheaded as a motherfucker as a kid.
Is that right?
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Fucking, is it a Buterol? Oh no, that's a different one. Either way, you know what I'm saying, like that, because I grew up around the smokers, so like, you know what I mean. If you had anything, they just say you had asthma. You know what I mean? Yeah,
all my older cousins, mom, dad, uncles, all them motherfuckers smoke cigarettes, man. I smoked one cigarette. I ain't even smoked a cigarette. I hit that motherfucker.
I was about to say, you told the story several times. She's like, I ain't never not had a near one.
As a kid, when they would smoke, this is how I would do. Oh my mama. And they used to get mad at me for doing that shit. Well, stop smoking that shit around me, man. I don't like that shit. Then as a kid, I also remember in the state of California, you would be at the restaurant and them motherfuckers just be smoking in the restaurant. Like, man, are you fucking
We're the non-smoking and that motherfucker is smoking.
Come on now, bro. What the fuck?
I mean, think about this. This is the level of ignorance across the board until the 90s as far as secondhand smoke, right? Like things that were proven, but not on a massive scale as far as belief wise, right? They'd be like, oh, secondhand smoke kills. No, it doesn't. Smoking section all my life. Right? It went until the early 90s, bro. I remember being in Red Lobster as a child, bro. We in Red Lobster, and my dad's like, smoking. You know what I mean? And we in that motherfucker, he's smoking a cigarette while we're waiting for the food and shit. Everybody's smoking. 100%. And it's just the other side of the restaurant that's not smoking.
Oh, emptier than a motherfucker. Oh, everything. Bake's got a damn good comment. He said, State Farm pulled out 67% of insurance claims in the Palisades last year, and most of the insurance companies that were still covering were pulling out this year. Pause. Yeah, see, in the state
conspiracy.
Yeah, 100. Well, see, it's been they've been tripping on the homeowners.
Well, you know why though? Because if you don't pull out, you're gonna have to pay out when the shit gets set ablaze.
But see, what also it is that Newsom is making it harder for the insurance companies to do business. Anyways, so I've been watching this shit. It's called the PBD podcast. Yeah. Shout out to Patrick Bet-David and his podcast.
That's my cousin.
It's a damn good watch, man. And they always breaking down what's going on here in California, and they have broke down the homeowners situation insurance here in the state of California. And I'm gonna give y'all a story. When I first inherited my home. So when I inherited the home, I got the homeowners insurance in my name. About 9 months later, these motherfuckers end up dropping me just based on that I had too many residencies on my just like on a credit report or something like that, bro. Because they were trying to say that my house.
Here's what
They were trying to say that my house wasn't. They were trying to make it seem like my house wasn't my primary residence, and they dropped me. Okay. That's why they dropped me for it, bro. 100%. So in the state of California, they are really tripping on homeowners insurance, bro. 100%, bro. Yeah. They even I got a story that we were supposed to talk about on a Saturday show, and I still think I got it saved, is that insurance companies are sending out drones to look at your property to see if your property is not, kept up well, and they'll go ahead and drop you off just pictures of them flying over your house.
Well, because the little things, they're trying to label things as a liability. It's insurance. You know what I mean? What are you liable to do? Right. So like if you have certain like when you're in, or in this case, what Bakes was saying, because they're in those areas that are highly susceptible to these fires, you know what I'm saying? Now these people are paying insurance at a premium rate, but if and when that shit goes ablaze like it is now, they're gonna have to pay out a guap. 9/11. Remember 9/11? I mean, who doesn't?
Well, I mean, just the fires up in
but hear me out. 9/11. When there was so many life insurance companies that went bankrupt after, because hella people died all of a sudden that had life insurance policies with all these joints. So all of a sudden you're paying out these $1 million joints to the tune of however many people were affected.
Right.
That shit's crazy. You know what I mean? So, you have like in this case, they pulled out a year ago. But see, this is where I yell conspiracy, because it's like, you know what I mean? Stuff like this could have been caused. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I mean,
yeah, nah. I mean, in the state of California, damn near every part of California is a natural disaster. Because like here,
happened.
So look, I'm gonna tell you like
we
this.
Just had an earthquake in Frisco this morning.
Watch this though. So when I just bought my new home, or when I got my new homeowners insurance, you know what they was trying to sell me? Multi-level, since my house is a 2-story house, they was trying to sell me multi-level flood insurance. 100%.
Hold on. No, hold on. Is it the apocalypse?
Look, I'm trying to tell you,
is the polar ice caps melting?
And it's not even.
We're living in the valley. We're like 55. We're 55 feet above sea level in some of these areas. So you mean to tell me this bitch is gonna flood?
Oh, this shit crazy.
Biblical?
So Sacramento.
Where's Noah?
So us
we
right.
Gotta get the ark.
Central California.
What kind of insurance does Noah have?
We probably floods. Northern California and Central California probably got to be floods. Bay Area ain't worrying about no floods.
No.
That's earthquake, you know what I mean? But you could buy earthquake insurance. You could buy earthquake insurance too, bro. 100%. Oh my mama. Then you got the motherfuckers in the mountains up here. What they need fire insurance. That should be ripping through that shit. Then you got the motherfuckers in SoCal. You got earthquake insurance and you got motherfucking fire, because man, this shit crazy, bro. 100%. And they want to play with the rates and all that bullshit with this insurance.
Yeah, and now they sending drones in this motherfucker to Bones. Keep a lookout, Bones.
And then Banks said, and Newsom's dumbass diverted the water from the reservoirs under Malibu and the Palisades, and the mayor actually canceled the fire hydrant check last year for some reason. Probably
it's like to say, I read this, it's like to save like $17 million or something like that.
$17 million over some fucking water.
Yeah.
They chose 17 million, but the water is what protects them all.
Like that. I'm paraphrasing, but yeah, because there's countless videos of these motherfuckers tapping out. You got the firemen out there. It's not sustainable. And then you know what's also hella crazy is the areas that are evacuated. Now you got the savages going in there like, all right, let's loot. You know what I mean?
I think King
it's time to get
telling us that the other day that motherfuckers is going up in there looting on everything. And then Bakesalot said, look at this. My homie pays $9,000 a year for a $2 million coverage on his $1.2 million valued house. And that's out in Tehachapi.
The math is not mathing.
I know. I got homies that was in the penitentiary in Tehachapi. Oh, free the rallies. Oh, every day.
Rita Rallies.
Facts. Oh my
That's the
God.
only reason I even know about that place.
That's the
Like,
only reason why I
like
know.
they got $1 million houses out there. I thought they had pizza ways.
That's the bruh. Facts. Oh, everything. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the state of California. All my Californians, prayers up to the to those in the Southern California, those that have been misplaced out their homes, those that have lost their lives, prayers up. You know what I mean? And hopefully you know, the fucking government do right by them getting they what's the name of that shit? Natural disasters. They probably don't even get a lot of money from that shit. You know what I mean? Man, hopefully they can just get right. It's a fucked up way to start the year off for them, man. Oh my mama, bro. That shit crazy, bro. You gonna get damn boy. Okay, let's get back to some fantasy football, y'all. Fourth round. So we had Diamond Joe going with Stafford. Oh, let me recap the third. Stafford, CJ, Jefferson, McLaurin, Evans, Jacobs, and then James Cook. And then we had AJ Brown, Jordan Love, Kyron Williams, Buck. Peacock took Pook. Oh, he got a hell of a wide. His first 4 picks is nasty. Josh Allen, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jettis, and Puka. Then we had Nico.
When he got Puka, it got me so mad.
Yeah, that Puka.
Because I was thinking he might not take Puka because he has Jefferson on the other side. Maybe he's trying to do that kind of strategy. But he's like, you know, he just took best player available right there.
BPA. Shout out to the BPA draft strategy. 100% best player available.
Like, yeah, he gets a Puka.
Facts. And then Kidduff came with his stack with CJ Stroud and Nico Collins, and then Joe came with another Chiefs player and Xavier Worthy. Then came with Jamo in the 5th to start. Then we got
Diamond Joe. he just does the things that you should do. Like,
oh my mama!
If you believe in the, you know, how this format is, you know, that strategy. I've seen him win this strategy years and years.
Come on now.
So that's why I get mad. I'm like, he's beating me to it. He's doing the winning shit.
He's doing the winning shit. Winning. Oh, my mama. Shout out to my boy Charlie. Oh my mama. That's my guy.
They did him in. He was like, listen, I'm tired of these whores.
Come on now.
Me. All right, I got it.
I say it. Fuck it.
He's like, fuck it. I got it, y'all.
Got it. Fuck it. And I got the money to
I hate to laugh, but it is kind of funny when you think about it. He was like, because he's about to go broke.
Oh my mama.
You and these hoes ain't finna break me.
Fuck that. I'm not skipping.
Shout out to Charlie Sheen, bro. Keep winning.
Oh, everything. Keep winning, fella.
Oh, never mind.
No, that ain't the right one.
Yeah.
Oh, every day. Jamo, Joe Mixon, Aaron Jones, the Scottish lad. Oh, I got both of the. Oh,
Lotties. Oh, you got the Lotties. Oh, you got fire up the back. Let's fire up some back.
I got the brothers or the cousins.
We might have to fire up.
My mama. Let me see if I can find it. I think I got that. It's all alphabetical order too.
That shit never gets old, man.
Come on now. Oh my mama, only on the chin wealth, bro. Them is fat. Then we got Bogues with the motherfucking Jordan Addison pick. Then we had Clock with the Zay Flowers, and then we had Smoking Jay rounded up with Mark Andrews, and then on the turnaround he took Monty, and then Clock took Van Ginkel. That's the first IDP player off the board.
And you know, Clock, his ideology is also like, I'll be the first to set it off. And then it's kind of crazy because you look at too, he's all Viking the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's what he's trying to do. Because he got mad at me too when I took Addison right there because I noticed he was Viking the fuck up. You know what I mean? I'm like, let me just, even though I got some Rams guys, I didn't give a fuck at that point. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to take Addison.
Yeah, Addison might be super beneficiary depending on what the Rams how they gonna play that.
I think that game's a coin flip more than ever now.
Yeah. Oh, because it's on neutral field.
Yeah. I mean, I liked the Rams, but a lot of it's based on the fact that they absolutely beat their ass this year.
You think the Niners said no? Y'all can't use our stadium.
I mean,
I'll just play.
I mean, yeah, fuck them. Also, too, it's
Why
like
go over a whole nother state when the LA dudes could came up here and just drove up to, but I mean, we take over their stadium anyway, so probably the fucking Vikings fans was gonna take over the LA stadium.
Yeah, and you could say the Rams are familiar. This is kind of like, you know what I mean? It would have been the same if they went to the Niners joint, but I think they were trying to just go inside somewhere, and that was the nearest inside. You know what I mean?
Man, it's gonna be 70 degrees on Sunday or whatever day they play. 65 degrees up here.
Yeah, you ain't lying, but still, we don't want them.
Nah,
don't you come to our house?
Hey, that's bad juju because don't we got the Super Bowl coming up at the big Levi pretty soon? Yeah, we definitely don't want them sniffing around, man, getting any thoughts.
You know, I used to think it was a curse to host because when you look at the history of the teams that hosted, they don't get in. And then came the Vikings when they were hosting, and they had, and then it was the Eagles Vikings NFC Championship in the place that was going to host the Super Bowl.
You there, brother?
And the Rams actually win it. Or no, I'm sorry. Tampa Bay actually wins it in 2020, hosting it. Of course, Tom Brady is the first.
Tom Brady, right?
And they double up the next year, and the Rams host it and win it. So I don't believe in the curse necessarily anymore. I love that we're hosting it. Let's fucking win it at home. Do it for the fucking Bay. Ain't that right, Bones?
Cousin Bones, let them boys know, man.
He's just look. His look says it all.
Come on now, serious to the motherfucker. I ain't here to play no games. Play no games. Look at it.
A few words.
Come on now. Den said, I'm not gonna be able to call in today. My brother's my little one got me playing games with her, and she's just loud as ever. Oh, everything. All good, man. Have fun. It's all good, big bro. Hey, you already know, man. When we talk with emphasis, man. When we talk with loudness, it's the passion that coming out. So little mama got super passion.
Let's go.
Oh, my mama. Oh, everything. That's how my dad talked, man. My dad never talked with a low voice at all. You can hear that boy from a block away.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, my mama. That's how Pops was.
I got a lot of that quality.
And then the way you had to talk to him was the way that he talks, because he wouldn't be able to hear you if you didn't talk loud. Pops was a fool, bro.
He was yelling. It's because he couldn't really hear himself neither. He's like, "Hey,
come on now."
Hey, man, shout out to Pops, man.
Pops cold piece, boy.
Yeah, when he was over there breaking down that thing in that documentary thing.
Come on now.
That's the game. I learned a lot, too. I was like, oh, shit. Because also, I have been through that spot.
Facts.
So when he says the history behind the spot, even that he was born in, and I was like, oh, shit, the room he's talking about, I was doing the podcast in that room.
Come on now.
I was like, shit.
Oh,
it's kind of crazy. That's dope. I remember even when you inherited that little while.
I can't hear you. Can you hear me, bro?
Yep.
I can't hear you.
Can't hear me? Maybe maybe dip out. Oh, I'm still talking like you can't hear me. Let's see. Where's my phone at? Yeah, jump out and jump back in type of shit.
Can you hear me, bro?
Yep.
I'm going to leave and come back in because I can't hear you. I'll be
there
right
it is. Oh, I wonder if it's me, my end. Maybe he's just fine and he can't hear me, though. Roll this wool wop real quick. Yeah, nice and toasty. It's shit crazy, bro.
Can you hear me, bro?
Yep. Can you hear me?
No, I can't hear you.
Oh, let me see if it's me. Let me see if it's me.
Oh, wait. Hello?
Yep.
No.
Let's see what this thing is talking about. My bad. I gotta find this thing.
Yeah, it got to be something wrong with my headphones. Something ain't right with my headphones or something. Because I can hear you on the speaker.
Okay, word.
Fuck it, I'm gonna just rock without my headphones. Fuck
Yeah, I was gonna say I always just put the echo cancel, and I don't even use headphones, and I'm usually straight.
Cancel.
Yeah. And
Oh yeah, that's his own.
Listen, you're gonna be liberated because I don't hear no echo. So this is like, I mean, once I figured out, I was like, oh shit, I don't even need to use headphones, and I don't affect the quality of anything.
I gotta take this call. Give me 2
Yeah,
seconds, bro.
Do you think I'm about to finish rolling this wool wop? I just wanted to make sure it wasn't me on my side type of shit. Oh, don't tell me that. Did I rip that? Oh, okay. I thought I ripped that shit. People always think I'm crazy because I'll put a crutch in the wood. Yeah, I'll put a crutch in the wood because that motherfucker, the goddamn get all resonated and closed shut. And you got a crutch in there, you smoke that bitch to the end. Big bong. Yeah. Shit, where is my shit? Roll a little half wood. Pause. Half wood. Bam. That's how you do it whenever you like have an unsuccessful crack of the wood. Pause. And that motherfucker, but you can salvage like 90% or fucking 70% of it. Yeah, man, shout out to everybody though. See, there's one thing we got to figure this thing out. We got to figure out when the fuck, you know what? Let's call Steamboat Joe. Call Steamboat.
Calling Steamboat Joe.
Yeah, thank you, baby. We got to figure, so we got to get to the bottom of some things. We got a top of the morning. Pick it up, goddammit, you're on live.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
That motherfucker's on the clock in like 2 or 3 of these joints right now. Make the fucking pick, goddammit. Actually, it might be like 1. Alrighty. Oh, I'll be right back. I gotta use this restroom real quick too.
My bad, y'all. That was a little one calling me. She taking her car to the shop. Everything, trying to get some work done and trying to litigate between the mechanic and her. 100%. Let's get caught up in the comments, man. Big Bro said the Rams have a winning record at State Farm Stadium. The Cardinals ain't well. When was the last time the Cardinals was relevant? Early 2020. Was it the 2020? I thought Kyler had made it to the playoffs one year. I might be mistaken. Is Sanders the best quarterback, or just living on his father's fame? One thing that I like about Shador, and I really didn't see him play a lot, I just like that he doesn't have to rely on his athleticism. He wins from the pocket. He can deliver the ball rolling out,
They go
drop
to the
back
range?
on the run. You know what I mean? Damn it, I forgot. My headphones ain't even working. But yeah, I like Shador, man. 100%.
Yeah, I like
excellent chat. The chat be keeping this bitch on fire.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the chat. My bad, I had to use the restroom real quick.
Hey, when I was on the phone call, I had to put the motherfucker on mute so I could go ahead and everything. Drain the motherfucker.
Relieve our duties.
Come on now.
I don't know if that's a figure of speech.
Good looking, Bakes. I don't know what I gotta find out what the fuck is wrong with my headphones. Everything.
Now you sound super straight.
Huh?
You sound super straight.
Good looking, bro.
Yeah, it's just can you hear me good?
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me
now?
Can you hear me now? Is this thing on?
Come on now.
Hey man, rest in peace of Back Dre.
Come on now. Facts. Rest in peace to the Furley man.
Can you hear me now?
Come on now.
That was that Verizon shit back in the day.
Come on, that's that shit, bro. Oh my mama. We so degenerate in these playoff leagues. We had to do the one more for the one more. Them is facts. Yeah. Oh, everything.
Yeah, like 6 is a nice round number. 5's cool. But I was like, let's just add a 6th one.
Even it out. Fuck it. Oh my mama. Richard said, how disappointed are you with Houston Texans this season as they're going to lose their wild card game? Man, they play after all the bullshit they done been through this whole season, the ups and downs and the injuries and shuffling of the roster, bro. Man, they to make it to the playoffs in a limpy season like this, it's not that disappointing if they do lose.
I get what he's saying too, because we expected a lot more fantasy wise, or even just for football. Like they won games playing defense a lot of times, and obviously they had some nice blow up games where they scored a lot, and like we saw a lot of big Joe Mixon games where he took over, and so for fantasy, and plus their offensive line's been real shit, and then that's actually the matchup to watch in this game is Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa and company versus that offensive line. Because as cliche as it sounds, this game starts in the trenches. You know what I mean? More than ever, because that's what's been affecting CJ Stroud is that bad offensive line. He was actually one of the more pressured. He was one of the highest pressured QBs last year in 2 years ago, 2023, his rookie year. His pressure rate was higher in 2024. Isn't that kind of crazy?
It really is.
Yeah. So, at the end of the day, of course, we're disappointed, but they have a cake. They have a cake division. So they did what they were supposed to do. And, in D'Amico Ryans, I trust. I actually am rooting for them, but my fantasy mind has me picking a bunch of these Chargers in these drafts because
I do. I have the Chargers moving on too.
Yeah. But I'm hella rooting for them low key. I ain't gonna not even low key, like high key, because you know what I mean? Fuck the Chargers and fuck Jim Harbaugh. I'm always gonna hate Jim Harbaugh. You brought me heartache.
Come on now. Bake said, I use high hemp wraps, come with a lot of extra crutches just to keep in case you roll a J. The honey swirl is the best.
I'm not mad at the hemp wrap. But being a cigarette smoker for hella years and then quitting cigarettes, excuse me, the nicotine blast that I get from backwoods, I love it. You know what I mean? Because I don't ever smoke cigarettes ever again. You know what I mean? And,
come on now.
Sweet nicotine.
Ear to the street said, Richard, they've been beat up, the Texans, but Texans, my Peacock, oh shit, pause. Peacock team is solid squad. Oh shit, that's a big pause, my boy.
That's funny. It's not even a bad one either, but it's just funny because it's like I never realized. Because it's just the way it was phrased, right?
Fact. Oh, everything. Then he said Hunter and Anderson scares him.
As they should. I yelled it so he could hear me. You know what I mean? Lee's
Huh.
back there. Lee got the ears, bro. He can hear it. That motherfucker lost their
Dan
leg.
said, Bogues just sent the bread for the one more. Was going to put hookers and blow in the memo, but didn't want to see that.
Let's not.
That's a good title for what you send it for. That hey, if motherfuckers on Venmo would have seen that, they would have been hitting the crying emoji for sure. Oh, everything.
Yeah, you know what's funny is like okay, what the other property that I own, right? You know what I'm saying? When we was renting it initially, allegedly might have been not in the time period that you're allowed to do that. You know, you have because when you go in as a primary resident, or it's a whole different thing when you.
Yeah, that's why my motherfucking homeowner's insurance dropped me, punk motherfuckers.
Exactly.
Fuck them. I wish I remember. I don't know. I forgot if it was State Farm or Farmers. One of you motherfuckers, fuck you.
One of them farmers.
One of the farmers. Oh, my mama.
So I had the cable and all that shit, the water, all this shit's in my name. You know what I mean? Even though my parents rent it now, but I'm just saying because initially you can't have. It has. I mean, we're supposed to be the primary resident. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're years past now, so we're in the clear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's when you purchase a rental property, it's extra, and you got to put a lot more money down to get get a loan for a rental property.
You ain't lying. Because that's what I'm saying. Like I want to buy my dream right now. This new dream I have, and this dream it's from conversations with my pops, you, and Slim.
Come on now.
Conversations that have the same premise that we should get like a duplex, fourplex type of shit. You know what I mean? My pops duplex, flipped it. Now they renting the bitch out, or at least they're in the process of renting out the second unit because they got one in there already. That's the type of shit I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I need these houses to build some equity. So
that's the generational wealth.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
Come on now.
You know what I mean? We're not two-bit hustlers. We're actually trying to get it. You know what I mean?
Them is facts.
Somehow, some way.
Them is facts, big bro. Oh, my mama. You know what I mean? Home ownership is a way to generational wealth because you can pass that on.
That's
you know what I mean? And then acquiring multiple properties. Are you
like
fucking serious?
If I could pay these bitches, the ones that I pass on too, if I could pay them off by then.
It's a wrap.
By the time I pass them on.
Grandkids is living for free
90% of the way or something, or even if not, it's still an asset for them that they could, you know what I mean? That they'll be able to
100% because the way that rent is going, and then when they go to school, like it's hard for them to keep up with their bills and do school, and then they got to go to work to try and pay their bills because they living off campus. Like my dog, man, I see it, bro. You know what I mean? So it's good to have the home paid off, or even that when the motherfucking mortgage is lowered or just around what fucking rent is going for.
Yeah, cover
paying for the house,
and the rent is usually going to cover the mortgage, bro.
Oh my mama, bro, facts.
Because the rent rates are so fucking high.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? Like there is going to be some form of passive income, which is crazy too, because that actually is a contingency when I'm filing. You know what I mean? Because you know what I'm saying, when you're getting some passive income. And I know this because I've had businesses that I've reported a lot of overhead for real. You know what I mean?
Come on now.
Because you know what I'm saying, you might be allegedly cooking the books. Yeah. Allegedly.
Talk about it.
Yeah, like back
they said that you up in the number 4 league.
Okay, word is. I think it might be on last pick. Where's my phone at? Okay, I'll go and make this pick.
Yeah, get on it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're next.
Let's end this thing.
Dan said I smoked cigarettes for 30 years, but it's been almost 2 years since I quit. Hardest shit I ever done, man. Congrats, big bro. On my mama, them motherfucking cigarettes ain't no good, bro.
Yeah, they ain't no good.
You ain't lying.
That's why I like White Owls before the cancer stick in the wrap after you gut it. 100%. Bogey, you need to zip it and save it for Disney. You better leave his Chargers alone. He gonna get you, bro. He gonna send the goons after your motherfucking ass.
The Chargers.
Richard said he been smoking from a young age and drinking beer since since then, and will never stop as I live. Will be born. Come on now, you got to relax somehow. 1979, I watched the greatest film, The Warriors Come Out and Play. I wish I had two glasses right here. I would have made the noise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
They have the sweater vests.
Everything. Let's get back to the draft. We stopped at round 6 at Van Ginkel with Clock's pick. Then Buggy came with the Devontae. He was talking about that choice with Devontae too. I forgot exactly what he said about that, but he was talking about that pick. And
Well,
then
I think some of the situations where like you take Devontae over others is strictly team based. Where you see maybe the Eagles advancing deep into the playoffs. So if you get a guy on that type of squad that you expect to get into the NFC Championship, then you know that you already got 3 games. So that's 3 games of point accumulation. It's probably going to be better than a guy like that's on a 1 week situation. We'll just throw George Pickens in, for example. We're likely taking Devontae Smith over George Pickens as it is, but you know Devontae Smith isn't the number 1 option like Pickens is. You have a case for Pickens being like, oh, this guy's the number 1 option. He's going to get a massive workload, but are they even going to sniff the second round of the playoffs? Probably not. So you go with the guy that's already kind of on a squad that's in position to make a deep run. Those are kind of like the decisions that are like in this round later on. You'll see when it comes to my choice in the 6, I went with Laporta. You know, I missed out on that first week, but I still feel like that this team has a good chance of getting to the Super Bowl. So that would be 3 solid weeks of points production, which kind of gave me the decision to go Laporta over a Dobbins. That would be a good example because he went in the 7th. Dobbins is a nice play. Do I take Dobbins over Laporta on a normal format? Yes. Do I think that Dobbins is going to have more fantasy value than Laporta? Yes. But do I see Dobbins advancing past the Texans? I actually think the Texans beat the Chargers.
okay.
So no, I
Talk
don't.
about it.
I don't have the Chargers advancing past that first week.
There it is there. And that's like he said, part of the draft strategy is you thinking who's gonna advance to the next round for sure. 100%. I had to keep reminding myself that because I it was at times where I kept thinking, oh, it's matchup based. No, it's all points, it's a free-for-all. I had to keep telling my dumb ass that 100%.
Yeah.
We got Zach Bond, then Cortland Sutton. And then, like Big Bro said, Laporta. Let's run through your team. Barkley, Amon-Ra, CJ, double up with Nico, a triple up with J Mix, SLP. I mean, there it is there. And you said you got Houston moving on my mama. That's federal. 100%. And then after SLP, Joe took oh shit! He doubled up with fucking Hunt and Pacheco and make sure that he had the whole backfield on lock. That's crazy. Okay, and then you came with my boy McMillan, then Dobbins, and then Roquan, Cooper Kupp, Jaden Reed, and Khalil Shakur. Anything in the 7th you like, Big Bro, or you stick out or whatever?
Yeah, the McMillan, because I think Baker is gonna show out and air the ball out. We've got a decent running game. Rashad White, he kind of disappeared. We don't know what the status on his production is going to be like. Bucky Irving is a nice little piece, but I think Baker's going to be airing it out. He's been damn near 300 plus passing yards for the last 4 or 5 weeks. He had that one game I was like pushing 400, or he got to the 400, or whatever it was. We got a Mike Evans showing out. McMillan has been doing the Godwin role pretty solidly. Cade Otton, I don't think he got drafted in this format, but when it comes to the Buccaneers advancing, and then you're scouring the waivers to get a guy to replace somebody that's no longer in the playoffs. Otton might be one of those guys that is like a number one waiver claim, because early on in the season, especially, that guy was a hot commodity. Like, everybody was trying to get Otton on their squad. But then late in the year, he kind of tempered out, and he
got hurt. I think he got hurt.
Yeah, but I know he's healthy now, and that might be one of those waiver claims that we put in, because I fully expect the Bucs to advance and maybe even make a run. Like, they might be able to give the Lions a run for their money, or no, I guess it depends on the waiver or the playoff format. If
the
one of the wild card teams sneaks in there, what's that? The Rams? No, the Rams won the division. It would be Minnesota. So if Minnesota makes it past this week, they would be facing Detroit, likely, and that would be a nice little matchup. Detroit versus Minnesota in the playoffs. I think we have a different outcome. I don't think it's so one-sided like it was in the regular season.
Yeah, especially that last game for sure, bro.
Yeah, because KOC's got to be able to watch that film and come up with ways to put his team in better position. You learn a lot after one match like that, where you get.
Facts, but also remember, we were watching that shit all together, and that shit was he chose not to take easy field goals in inside the red zone. I mean, inside the 5-yard line, I think it was, especially inside the 10-yard, and that's not what they do. They had only went for it, I think 2 times before that. The first one they went for that game, bro, and you know what I mean, that's not their style. And if they would have took that 6 going into halftime, it wouldn't. I think it would have been a 2-point game or a 3-point game. A little bit different of a little bit more to play for in that, and coming out of the second half. 100%. So yeah, I hope he does sit back and look at that tape and see where they could have been a whole lot better at, but also just take the points. 100%. Don't kill the momentum.
Yeah.
But also, one more thing, too, I like how you about the Jalen McMillan shit. Week 18 as well. They were down in that game. Baker had to come back, and that was one of his first comebacks, being down so many points. And I forgot exactly how many points they were down. I want to say it was 10, but look, bro, he came back slanging that bitch, Jalen McMillan, for like the last 3-4, it's probably been 4 weeks he been on fire, bro. 100%. Jalen McMillan was
5 touchdowns in 4 weeks. I think it was.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah. I see somebody saying something about Tampa will lose due to the weather. That really isn't a concern to me. Baker played in Oklahoma. He played in Cleveland. He's very familiar with cold weather. If it is really that bad,
he's
on the East Coast.
Rooster.
If it ain't in the teens, and it ain't raining or snowing or all that stuff, like, really, that weather is perfect football weather. No matter where you're at, if you're playing football and it's 30 degrees out, that's perfect. Like, it's much better playing in 30-degree weather than it is 90-degree weather. Fuck that bullshit. So it might be almost an advantage if the weather is nice in FedEx and it's not raining or snowing or whatever, and it's only
hold on. Tampa Bay is hosting.
It's in Tampa, right? Because they won the division.
They're firing cannons, bruh.
Why would Tampa lose due to the weather when they're playing in Tampa? That's a home squad.
Because why when you said FedEx, I was like, oh, hold on.
Well, he threw me a curveball because Tampa will lose due to weather, and I started thinking about that. I'm like,
I mean, if you have
well,
weather
even
down
if
there,
Baker is in cold
they
weather,
got
I
a
don't think
cold
that's
front
going to
over
affect
there,
him
right?
too much. He won in the playoffs during his time in the Browns. At least it's like
Hey, right now he's in a hyperbaric chamber right now, or in a cryogenic chamber right now. He's training.
Yeah, Baker is
Everybody's
that guy,
frozen
bro.
right now, bro.
yeah.
Baker's that guy, bro. He's not playing, bro. He's definitely
Nah.
not going to be the reason they lose if they do lose.
I got too
100%.
much love for Baker, and his story is like I just love Baker too much. He can't do no wrong for me.
Did Atlanta win their last game?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so if they won their last game and Tampa played later on in the day, Baker knew it was a must-win situation, or they wouldn't be in the game, bro. And they were down in that game, and then they came back and he was lighting their ass up, bro. 100%. Baker is the fella.
He is. He's a.
Remember that commercial
I
he
was
said,
saying
"Am I the
it
killer?"
earlier
He's
this
the
year.
killer.
I was like, man, don't disrespect this guy. This guy is a real QB1. And
Never in the Green Bowl, nobody would trade Baker. I was trying to trade Baker to everybody that have all these QBs. I'm trying to send my best one. Well, I had him in golf. And Pickett and Jones, Mac Jones, that is, in 2023.
Heck, who?
I don't remember what my Green Bowl team was like, but
I remember everything.
looking back at it, if
Sam Howell,
Baker was on the block,
you had Sam Howell and somebody else. I forget who your somebody else was, but like I was steady trying to get you Baker, but I was trying to take like Mike Evans or I was trying to get something from you big. Pause.
Yeah, I remember. That's one thing that's good. I guess it's good and bad is that I don't carry the baggage. You know, if the shit didn't work out, then I start off fresh and I don't even give it a time of day. Injuries. It's like every year is different. If I hated one person, like for example, if I got super down on Baker, then I would never even draft him year after year.
Here's a perfect example.
But
DK Metcalf next year. You know how late he's gonna go? No one fucking likes him.
Yeah.
That'll make me like
but
him.
If you can get it,
that will make me like him though. If I can get DK as a WR3 at value, right? Like this is how I'm wired at least, right? Like because DK, I already liked the DK. You know what I'm saying? But now when everyone hates him, it makes me like him even more because I can get him late. You know what I mean? Like, who's another good example? Okay, Chris Godwin. If he comes back to the Buccaneers, he's probably going to go hella high because he's Chris Godwin and what he did, what he's coming off ACL. So more than likely, I curve Chris Godwin because the value isn't going to be there because of the injury, and I'll have all the Jalen McMillans. You know what I mean? Because Jalen McMillan will be the value, and he'll probably be the guy. If we get no Mike Evans next year, like all of a sudden he retires, which I don't think he would, but then that'll propel that'd be the only cause to propel McMillan next year. But why wouldn't we be excited about Jalen McMillan? You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah. Brian Thomas Jr. Go ahead.
Bake said still a rookie. McMillan's still a rookie. I hope he can step into a bigger role this game since Lattimore might get Evans ejected just to take away their main weapon through the air. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Their linebackers are.
He's had a pretty solid role, actually, right? Like he's
been playing the Chris Godwin role.
Yeah,
6, 7, 8 targets a game, red zone targets as well. He's not Chris Godwin, but he's playing the Chris Godwin role. But the fact that he's not Chris Godwin, he goes unaccounted for in the red zone. They go straight to Otten, the run game, and fucking Mike Evans, obviously. And then McMillan just boom, catching touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Quinn's gonna see that though.
Cold piece.
And Dan Quinn, here's the thing: their zone when it comes to the Buccaneers, they're killing zone across the board. They're good against man, but they're killing zone across the board. We're probably gonna see a lot more man coverage this game. You know what I mean? Because that's probably gonna be their best way that they feel to beat Baker. Am I crazy for that? Dan Quinn is, this is the type of guy he is. You know what I mean? Who plays a lot of zone, but he's gonna be like, all right, we're going more man. Make Baker beat us. And they'll let Ben don't break. Probably big Bucky game. But they're gonna take away Otten too, I think, because they have great linebackers there and their safeties are good. It's their corners that are really a problem. Their secondary corner. That's why McMillan is in a good spot here. You know what I mean? That's why they traded for a number one corner, quote unquote, with Marshawn Lattimore. You know what I mean? Just for this game against Mike Evans.
Steamboat, if you're listening, make a pick. He's so indecisive. Takes an hour to make a pick.
He's probably not awake. He has a random. He never has Fridays off.
He's got the green box right there.
Oh, there he is. Okay, there he is.
and then King D is waiting in line, going like, "Man,
he's like, come on, bro, you see me lit?
This is a 15th round in a playoff league, man. Just goddamn pick a player." Did I wonder if I messed him up because I took Kirby Joseph and he's all like, "Man, that's the guy I wanted."
Because he's on a bye week. Like my strategy was purely bye week, guys.
Yeah.
What round are we in that one?
15th. There's only 2 picks left, and we got and everybody's lighted up. So we could finish this draft real quick, right?
Did I already take a kicker?
You took Chase McLaughlin in this league just now.
Is this league 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or 4. Yeah, 4. Yeah, because I get them too confused because we started the 4 before the 2, but the 2 finished before the 4. Yeah.
Only on the GWN.
Talk about it.
Yeah, man. We do things. We march to the beat of our own drum.
Hey, Richard from across the pond said, Aaron Hernandez, may he rest in peace. I watched the series on Netflix and it was so sad. I would like your thoughts and opinions from the USA.
I haven't watched it.
Here's my immediate thoughts. It's what I exactly thought when I watched that documentary because I was already like aware of the story, then the documentary, and I'm not gonna bash nobody what they went through in life, but I will just go straight to the football shit. And what fucked him up in football is that he played for the U, right? He played for your boys?
No, he played for Florida.
Florida,
the
okay.
Gators.
I was in the vicinity. My bad, didn't mean to disrespect. Anyways, when he gets drafted, he's from that general area in New England, in Boston or Massachusetts. So
Connecticut. He's from Connecticut.
From Connecticut. There you go. Same shit, New England, right? I mean, not same shit, but it's the New England area. So the fact that he gets drafted to New England and now he's back connected with the gang. You feel me? Because he's with the bullshit. You know what I mean? He's cut from the cloth. You know what I mean? He was banging a set. Then he goes to college and does his shit, then comes back. Now he's in the pros. He got millions of dollars and he's at home. You know what I mean? I think that's the worst thing that happened to him. Because then there was no way that he could actually be a professional.
And escape.
Exactly. Because now he has a gig that pays him millions of dollars and he's with the fuck shit. Because he's just in the area. You know what I mean?
Come on now.
Yeah.
They're fucked up 100%. Where we leave that off in the draft? Cooper Kupp. Oh yeah, here we go. So Smoking Jay, we in the 7th. He ended up with Shakir at the end of the 7th, and his turnaround was Nakobe Dean. And then we had Keyshawn Nixon. That's one of my guys right there. Then Bogues took Keon Coleman. I took Levante David. Then we had Peacock with Nick Bolton. Then we had Kid of Eric. And then we had Diamond Joe, who might got one of the first steals of the draft at Bateman, just based on the Zay Flowers shit, bro. And Bateman
Yeah,
been showing up.
this might be one of the first cases or instances where I say don't fall for the bait man, because it's the playoff league and the scarcity and slimness of the player pools. Rashad Bateman, although he's going to draw Joey Porter this week, they should be moving forward. And the bait man, I mean, Zay Flowers got like a sprained knee. Man, I am a doctor. Yeah.
Hold on, I got you, big bro.
I am a doctor.
Come on,
I mean, I don't know if you guys are aware of this thing. I am a doctor. Okay, look, that's like 2 weeks at least, right?
Come on now.
Sprain, when you talk about a sprain, that's just like it's the smaller version of a tear. You know what I mean? A sprain is a very slight tear. Like this guy got a sprained knee, and they're being hush about it. Like, is it a sprained MCL, PCL, LCL?
They definitely being
500 C. What is it? The CL bins? The CLS?
the
500?
CLS. You said the CLS?
Yeah. Which one is it?
The Benz? Is it the CLS? Is it the ML? Is it the PCL?
All the different CLs. You know what I mean?
Right, facts.
MPL, PCL, LCL, CLS 500.
Come on now.
You know what I mean? ACL. Which one is it? You know what I mean? But it's a sprain, knee sprain. So yeah, the bait man. I like that pick. Continue.
Facts. Fucking then we come with fucking Hopkins. Then Dallas Goddard.
What?
Ryan Branch.
What?
Fucking Mr. Crybaby George Pickens. Then we got
You be crying like a motherfucker.
we got Brickavelli, Quentin Johnson. We got Grenard, and then we finish out with Rashad White in the 9th round.
I hate it because that's another one too. I went Quentin Johnston like a fucking maniac because I'm stacking up all the Chargers, and then I'm thinking I can get Rashad White on the way back. But I'm also actually no. This is my last skill guy here, so I actually chose Quentin Johnston.
And where am I at? I'm right.
I'm a crazy
I'm right
person.
before you. So yeah, fucking GP was my 3rd wide receiver, and more than likely I'm gonna have to put in a pick.
Hey, he can burn Marlon Humphreys.
Hopefully he has a big game for me, even though I got them not moving on.
Here's the one thing that the Steelers got going. The Steelers got a really terrible offensive line, but when you're talking about the Ravens, they don't have a crazy standout pass rusher. Yeah, I love Nami Mad Buki. You know what I mean? Shout out to my man Mad Buki. He gets it in. Pause. But they're like a gang rusher. You know what I mean? Like you'll have sack totals from different guys versus like you have one guy who dominates. You know what I mean? Because Mad Buki was that guy in 23. In 24, he was sprinkled around. You know what I mean? He wasn't like the 15 sack guy or anything like, but things of that nature. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the Steelers is limpy, bro. They going into this shit. What they drop 4 games, 3 games?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They, on some of these
the
picks
Ravens are
Russ,
on the. I think they have
like Russ, Russ on one of them rollouts to the right, and he was throwing, I think, to the running back. He completely threw it behind him. I think that shit was a pick 6, right? I'm like, bro, this is a simple ass throw for you. You know what I mean? Then you got George Pickens crying. You know what I mean? It's ugly over there. Then you got these
you're never gonna get paid over there.
Then you got these motherfuckers on mainstream television saying that it might be time for Mike Tomlin to go now.
Why? Because he's only the most winningest existing coach right now. This motherfucker has a streak that's uncanny right now. I don't think his career has had a sub. No, yes, this is fact. His career, he's never had a sub 500 season ever. He's only had winning seasons, 500 or better as a head coach.
Bruh. And then the cold thing is like, right, they on a 4-game lose streak, and they got to go into Baltimore, right?
Right.
And both of these teams don't want to be one and done because the aftermath of the one and done situation on either side. You have Lamar, who they say can't win a playoff game, and then you got
You got 2
the
playoff wins.
Steelers, who's going in 0-4. Now they finna go 0, if they go 0-5 in their last 5 games, and this is a one and done situation. I'm telling you, that hot seat gonna heat up for Tomlin. The motherfuckers been on mainstream TV talking about that shit, bro. It got to be a little bit of smoke somewhere. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Mike Tomlin gets fired. He gets hired immediately. Mike Tomlin's the type of coach, a team will fire their existing coach to go hire him. You know what
100%. No, facts. 100%.
Like Raheem, I can see Raheem Morris getting fired if there was like a Mike Tomlin floating around. They'll be like, all right, Raheem. It was
I don't know. Even though they've been, talking about the shit on the mainstream media, I don't know that the Rooneys would react like that. You know what I mean? 3 coaches in their existence. You know what I mean? That just don't. You know what I mean? That's
and
not.
The fact that they are responsible for the Rooney Rule, where you have to, at minimum, interview at least one minority before you can hire anybody. You're right. And they are the organization that has had an African-American head coach and literally the winningest head coach in existence that's active right now. You know what I mean? That's active in the league. He's the winningest right now out of all the coaches. You know what I mean? Because there is no – I think he's even more winningest than Pete Carroll even, if Pete Carroll was around. You know what I mean? Because Belichick obviously was the guy, but he's not around. So – it goes to Tomlin, man. It's got to. I don't even know the numbers, but I know it. Like his blood.
Shout out to Cam. We got Cam in the building. He said, "Can somebody please tell me what I'm looking at?"
Oh, we're real degenerates every year since 2018. I was exposed to this. Shout out to my man, Diamond Joe. He was like, "Bro, you play playoff leagues?" I'm like, "That exists." You know what I mean?
Come on now.
And, over the years, we have figured out the formula, the format. 7 teams maximum per league, super flex with IDPs, kicker, and team defense. And you can only hold 2 QBs, so everybody's guaranteed 2 if you choose. You know what I mean? And it's fucking degenerate as fuck. And it goes all the way to Super Bowl. And it's not heads up. It's everyone versus everyone. It's an absolute battle royal. It's an absolute Royal Rumble, and at most points all the way at the end of the Super Bowl wins. And you're able to, if you lose players because they get eliminated in real life, you go to the waiver, you try to replenish, and it's fucking gangster as fuck.
Talk about it, bruh.
Yeah, it's fun.
Richard said like Dr. Dre. He talking about your Dr. Bogey segment.
Oh, come on, bro. I'm a Dr. D and Dr. Dre. Fucking Dr. Kevorkian. Bro, we all went to the same school.
Not Dr. Kevorkian.
We went to the same school, bro.
You're a fool.
I'm killing shit. You know what I mean?
Come
Dr. Kevorkian was like, they could pay you for you to do it for them. I said, word. Hey, Dr. Kevorkian, bro, that fool was a fool, huh? That's fucked up because he was promoting like offing yourself, and he's like, "I'll do it."
He sure in the hell was. I think he was literally doing it himself for his patients.
No, that was his whole gig.
Oh my mama!
Like people that wanted to end their life, they could go pay him, and he'll do it medically. Like, all right, cool. Hit him some injections. They dead. You know what I mean? Oh, and then it became a whole thing. There's a whole trial, and I'm probably going to butcher a lot of it, and they'll give you the bogey version where, like, to my recollection, he went to court and then lost the shit, got tried and then lost, and he did time. And I don't even know if he's still alive, but the motherfucker he definitely was like making the argument. People want to die, man. It's their right. That was his argument.
Come on now.
And he was getting a bag. But I'm pretty sure he was taking a lot from them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there was other scandalous shit he was doing, like signing like hella fucking wills away. Like, you know what? Here, sign this. You know what I mean? Then
Oh
off
my
them.
goodness.
Yeah, then they're paying to get offed, and then he has all their estate and everything. And you know what I mean? It was that, you know what I mean?
That's crazy, bro.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have never been stopped. He would have just been doing it. You know what I mean? And his whole thing was like, it wasn't like he was going. See, here's his argument. His argument is he's helping people. I am a doctor. You want to die? Let me do it for you. Like that was just the whole thing. Yeah, totally not gonna fly in America. You know what I mean?
You ain't lying. Them is facts. Oh, everything. We got Johnny Mittens in the building. What's up, big bro?
Johnny, you tuned in right in time for the Dr. Kevorkian conversation.
Come on now. He said that was a nice late pick with Anzalone.
Is that me? Or is that Denny? Who took Anzalone? Is that me?
I think that was you.
Yeah. Props to me. The anal zone. Pause. Our man, get in the zone. Anal zone. Yeah, Anzalone is definitely a playmaker favorite. When he went from the Saints to the Lions, bro, and you know, in a position of need, he killed it right out the gate and produced for us in fantasy. So he's always, he's part of the fraternity. I've won fantasies with old Anal Zone, so I fuck with Anzalone.
Talk about it. Richard said, "My journey to like NFL began in the 80s after English football was banned from the UK TV due to extreme violence on the terraces and many deaths. Is there violence in American sports?" No, it ain't no. I mean, you know, sometimes you might get somebody that might want to slap somebody or punch
Raiders,
somebody.
Niners, right? The fans. Not even the players. Raiders, Niners games. Vouch for this, JD. Very dangerous to go to those.
Oh, yeah, you get poked up. They even had the women be fighting. Yeah, the women be fighting.
Even the women's be fighing. It's 100%. Crazy. Like, especially if it was us going to Oakland. You know what I mean?
100%.
I'm not going to that game. I have yet to been to an away game because I did go to one of those preseason games of Niners Raiders. Oh, it was crazy. Anyways, but that's why I know I'm not going again. Now, Raiders Niners in Vegas, this is a different story. Raiders Niners in Santa Clara, still crazy.
Facts.
Still crazy.
Next time that happens, it's gonna be World War III for sure. Because the Raider fans ain't in. Since the Raiders ain't in California no more, next time they come up back to Northern California, boy, oh my goodness.
It'll literally be a memo for Niner fans that
not to sell tickets.
Don't sell your tickets to them.
Yo, my mama, 100%.
It literally is a memo that goes viral, and motherfuckers abide by it for real. Like if you was trying to buy tickets from a season ticket holder, you better tell them you're a Niner fan because they will ask. You know what I mean? Like, if it's directly, if it's like a third party, you have no control over that. You know what I mean? But if you're buying directly, bro, they're not going to sell it to you.
That's crazy.
Because you know what I'm saying? Like they're going to come through hella deep. I was just saying this. The fact that the Vikings is playing the Rams in Arizona, this probably might help the Rams fans. Because them St. Louis Rams fans might be like, fuck it, we live in Arizona. Because when you're in LA hosting a game, those away fans are dummy deep.
Facts.
It's LA.
Facts.
You have every fucking walk of life in LA from everywhere living
everywhere.
There. And then it's LA, so flights there it's not like they gotta go like, all right, we gotta catch a connecting flight, then get to KC, and then, you know what I mean? No. It's fucking LA. So these motherfuckers be deep as fuck. So the LA Chargers and the LA Rams, they're dead in the water as far as their fan base for real. LA Rams just won a Super Bowl a couple years ago. And they didn't even sell out on their season tickets the following season.
That's crazy.
It is.
That's crazy right there.
Also, bro. They run up the fucking the woo wop on it because the stadium is state of the art and brand new, and then they were Super Bowl champions. So it's like that, that could have had a lot to do with it. But at the same time, who in the fucking LA is a fucking Rams fan?
Nobody.
You're 30 years old and you was a kid.
Nobody, no motherfucking Rams fan.
Come on, unless you're a Crip, right? You're like, yeah, cause they got blue.
And they Raider fan. Them dudes is Raider
They're all
fans
Raider
down there,
fans.
bro.
They're all Raiders, man.
Anything LA, IE, a lot of them dudes, especially like our age, them motherfuckers grew up on the Raiders because they was there in the 80s. They run a Super Bowl out there. They won a Super Bowl. What was it? Their last one was 81, I think, that they won it. Yeah, 81, 82. And they was in LA. They wasn't in Oakland when they won that Super Bowl. They won their Super Bowls in Oakland in the 70s.
Yeah, when John Madden had the strawberry blonde.
Madden and it was Madden in 80s. I want to say it was Tom Flores that won the Super coach. I'm not 100% sure on that. Maybe if Daniel Caps
got promoted.
Caps is a Raider fan.
There you go. And look at this. They should have put I love that the Raiders are in Vegas. I ain't gonna lie. Because that gives us an excuse to go to watch the Raider games. I mean, when the Niners are in Vegas, or even if you're a Raider fan, right? It's to go to Vegas if you want to watch a game, right? That's just lit. Facts. But they probably should have put them in LA.
Nah, and when the boy that owned the Rams, he wasn't having that because he already knew what the
and he
what the
bought
landscape of the land was. He knew he was going to get outsold.
He bought the land and the rights to build the stadium. Fucking when they what was it 2013 2012 2013 that era, so he sat on it for a minute, so he definitely cockblocked because that
motherfucker, it used to be
the year that Al Davis died in 2013 if I remember correctly. So when he died, there was no other presence as strong that wanted this area, you know what I mean?
100%. And that land used to be a racetrack back in the day.
Oh, word.
Yeah, it was a horse racetrack where the Rams Stadium is because
it's
right next to the Forum.
Buttercup.
And it was a casino there too. It was a casino and a horse track. I think the casino and the horse track was connected on everything. And the Forum was right next to it on everything, right not too far from it. 100%. Now the Clippers Stadium is right next to that Rams and Chargers Stadium now. And that Clipper Stadium is $1 billion stadium.
They pushed out, bro, real quick, huh?
Oh my mama.
The owner of the Clippers, remember that?
Yeah, he's the racist dude.
Yeah.
Oh my mama, I forgot his name.
Didn't involve silver or something.
Motherfucker.
He was a Jewish cat. Always a precious metal.
Always the precious metal.
Yeah, silver stone, Goldstein.
Goldberg.
It's pretty badass. I ain't gonna lie.
Shout out to Mike Greenberg, one of my favorite hosts. Oh, everything. I fuck with Greeny. Right? That's my guy.
Yeah, I fuck with Greenberg.
Oh, everything. Minnesota Den said, "What league is this?" I think this is the number 2.
Dose. Yep.
Oh my mama.
Yeah, bro. And this was the third drafted. This was the third drafted, even though it's the number 2, because number 4 was the second drafted. Ironically, how we're all worked out. But yeah, so I was definitely on some diversification here as far as like the players that I already had. Because man, I'm still regretting. I should have just took AJ Brown. Like I'm an idiot. Like I have all the AJ Brown already, and I'm taking Mike Evans a stack. And it's like if that goes all right, I fucked. You know what I mean? Because also like it's finding a balance on both conferences, right? It's so to try to limit your elimination ability, your elimination factor, whatever the term I'm looking for. Excommunicado. That doesn't work, actually. Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about, right? You can't
100%.
You can't be too heavy. Like last year, I was heavy on the Rams and the Lions in one of these joints, and then they all went crazy, but they were playing each other, so I knew they're gonna die. Half of them. I had Puka and Cup and St. Brown and J-Mo. So I was like, fuck it, we're doing this. But I only did that too because while the draft was going on, it was just working that way where it's like, okay, am I gonna pass on Puka? You know what I mean? Just because I have St. Brown already, you know what I mean? Or am I gonna pass on Cup and J-Mo because you know what I mean? It was just like one of those joints I did. I had the lad already this year. I had the lad, and then I go ahead and I'm like, fucking Nico Collins is here. Like, what, I'm gonna pass on Nico? You know what I mean?
Come on now.
Like,
Facts.
the Freako.
Nico Freako.
Bro, Nico the Freako. Like, am I gonna pass on Nico? Probably not. Because at least, I mean, here's the one thing I don't have. I have 0 Jefferson. So, probably going to be rooting against Jefferson on the Monday night stream. Because I should be back. I hope our trip doesn't get canceled.
Peacock said, I'm sure. Oh, my bad, bro.
No, go ahead.
No, Peacock said, I'm sure a bunch of 1% Houstonians already sold their playoff tickets to Rams fans. To Chargers fans, excuse me.
See what I'm saying? It be like that. But it's also a great reverse jinx. Because it's like, all right, why go to the game and watch them lose? I can make some money. And in case we win, I'm watching it from the best seat in the house and I made some money. Then we go to the next game. You know what I mean? You use that money because that's usually how it is. I mean, not usually. That's how it is when you're a season ticket holder. You get the very first dibs on your seats and you get it at face value.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So you could take those. Like, okay, look at this. Me and my mans, we had some fairly good tickets, right? We done sold them bitches in the NFC Championship and then bought cheaper tickets than the nosebleeds just to be in the building still. Because we were going to go. Yeah. So might as well make some money. And then we're just gonna be rocking around. Also, the homies in the club room, behind the glass doors and shit. Yeah, we got the plug on that, so we would just be in there. You know what I mean? Just
wow.
Around. Yeah, because they got the bar right there. They got TVs and shit in there too. So we just be in that motherfucker. Got our own bathrooms over there, so we just we're skiing in there. You know what I mean? We're going to Miami. Remember? Because that was the Super Bowl was in Miami that year.
100%.
That was the whole thing. We're going to Miami.
Oh, every day.
You know what's pretty dope? Next year, I swear to God, it's going to be part of the locker room conversation. All right, guys, we're hosting it this year. And
I'll be right back, bro.
Yeah, do your thing. And I could hear them them little locker room speeches like, listen, fellas, we're hosting it this year in 2025. Yo. Let's hold it down for our house. You know what I mean? Because here's another thing. I went down the rabbit hole. There's been a lot of Super Bowl winners that somehow in that season played in that stadium. If you go down the list, like in that season, so you know what I'm saying? So if you go down the list, like I even remember the Legion of Boom, when they won that first one, it was in New York, in Meadowlands. And they shut out the Giants that year in the Meadowlands in the regular season. And so I'm pretty sure in that locker room was like that conversation when they were there on the road was like, we got to get back here. You know what I mean? We got to make it back here for the big show. And then, you know what I'm saying? It brought something out of them. And like, because I'm sure Tom Brady was saying that when they were hosting it, when they knew Tampa was hosting it in the COVID year, it was like, listen, I'm Tom Brady. I do everything the first time before anyone. So this is on the list. And then he meets up against his arch enemy, Patrick Mahomes, because Patrick Mahomes was an immediate threat to Tom Brady. There's a story when Tom Brady, in the 2018 season, when Patrick Mahomes was, he's the MVP, obviously, gets him to the AFC title game, hosts it. This is the first road game that Tom Brady is playing in the AFC Championship I mean, this is the first road AFC Championship game he won, I should say. Right? So he's on the road because he did definitely lose in Denver a couple years before that, and Denver went on to win. Long story longer. So here is they're in KC. In overtime, they beat the Chiefs. And Tom Brady goes back into the locker room, bro. He goes into the Chiefs locker room after the game. And the security and everyone there, what are they going to do? All right. And they asked Patrick Mahomes, is it cool? He says, yeah, let him in. He goes into the locker room, still in his gear and everything. And everybody in the Chiefs is real, it's a real somber type of mood. You feel me? It's real desolate. You know what I mean? Everyone's changing out. And he just goes in there and starts telling Patrick Mahomes, you the guy, bro. And mind you, Tom Brady's feeling himself enough in that moment that he's actually had the gall to go in there. But he felt he had to tell this kid, this is, so to speak, a passing of the baton. No one ever talks about this. And Patrick Mahomes has actually brought this up a few times in interviews. But anyways, Tom Brady goes in and he says, you the next guy, bro. You know what I mean? Just not this year, essentially. This is exactly the message. Like, you know what I mean? You the guy, but just not this year. Because I'm still him. But when I'm gone, there's undoubtedly it's you. You know what I mean? And it's kind of crazy. This is why now, to bring this all full circle, this is why I'm drafting hella Chiefs in these playoff leagues. Because I'm like, yo, if there's anyone to write history and go 3 in a row for the first time, it's the fucking Chiefs. Because they're actually, we saw the Seahawks could have went back to back. They didn't do it. Then the last person to go back to back was the Chiefs, and before them it was the Patriots, and the Patriots actually got in there to go for a third. Who was it against? Oh shit. No, they didn't, because they won in 2016. Or they won in 2016, lost 2017 the Eagles, beat the Rams 2018. Okay, yeah. So now that was the end of the Tom Brady story. Either way, my point is, fuck the Chiefs. And draft all of them in these leagues. You know what I mean? Because now we're also watching Patrick Mahomes as royalty, where he looks at the referees and they go, oh yeah, that's right, flag.
Come on now, donating, helping to the cause.
Do you remember Steph Curry early on? They are fucking him up out there. Then once he started winning, he looks at the referees. You're right. Foul. You know what I mean?
Come on now.
You start getting your calls, even if it's questioned. Like, bro, it's so crazy. Like, I feel like the Chiefs are, you know what I mean? They're just poised to just, and they're not dysfunctional. They're, you know what I mean? They're very sound football wise. Bro, even when you just look at, like, you have Steve Spagnuolo in that defense, boom. Then on paper, on offense, it's Patrick Mahomes at the helm. Then listen to this on paper: Travis Kelce, Xavier Worthy, DeAndre Hopkins, Hollywood Brown. That's insane on paper.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
What the fuck? You know what I mean?
Facts.
Then there's the backfield. With, they have the crazy 1-2 punch if they need to. It's insane. It's not fair.
Come on now.
Draft all of them. It's funny because I saw Spencer. He had drafted Hollywood in one of these joints hella late. And I was like, oh shit, that's right. He exists. At that point, I'm not drafting Hollywood. I'm trying to get him on the waivers on the next week. But he got him. He's like, fuck it. He's like, at this point, he waited. So he's like, it makes sense. I'm just trying to get as many points as possible. If I have bye week players, they need to be hitters where they're worth waiting on. You know what I mean? To me, not to say that Hollywood's not, but I'm just saying it's the same way James Cook is probably the only value guy that you can get that has the potential, again, 3-4 games. And he's the, outside of Josh Allen, you look at, Kincaid, Shakira,
Shakira.
Yeah, the Coleman and the Pooper Scooper. All those guys are going to be dart throws, but James Cook is going to be consistent. You know what I mean? Like, if they go the distance, this is why James Cook. This is why I was like, tell the clock, damn, you let James Cook go and you took Jacobs because here's the thing. Even if someone believes Green Bay can beat the Eagles here, I don't think anyone has Green Bay going the distance for real. You know what I mean? I just don't. That's just me. Yeah. And then I go to Buffalo, where they are favorites. So kind of dictates the decision making. Pause.
Talk about it. Peacock said, I just loaded up on hitters and didn't look at my teams much on this draft. Yeah, man, I used to go to games every season, and I'm like, being at the actual game is overrated. I can hardly see shit from my seats and always have to look up at the replay, man. I love being at home watching the game, bro. Oh, my
Me
mama.
too. I'm always going to choose home. Going to the games, that shit is always, it's just a different experience because like it's about, to me, if you ask me, because I'm with my guys and we're getting absolutely loaded.
100%.
We're getting absolutely. I got to take this phone call. Okay.
Actually, my seats are really good, and I can see the field pretty well. It's just that when they score on the other end of the field, it's hard to see. Oh, my mama. Richard said, Yankee fans are the worst. Tom Brady is the GOAT, and he shares in my beloved soccer team, Brigham City, KROSOTV. Talk about it then, bro. Shakira, Ray Davis. Oh, everything. Shakira, he let me down. I think it was the first week of the playoffs, or it might have been the last week of the regular season for the fantasy football season. He let me down, and he didn't get no run. I forgot in what league it was, but yeah, that motherfucker let me down because I was banking on his motherfucking ass. Oh, it was the SBI where he let me down. Oh, my mama. Fuck, bro. Everything. Where was we at? We was at round 8. N'Kobe Dean, Keyshawn Nixon, Keon Coleman, Levante David, Nick Bolton, Kincaid, Bateman, Hopkins, Goddard. We did that. Pickens. Oh yeah, we did that. So now we
Who took Bolton? That made me mad.
Huh?
Who took Bolton? That made me mad.
Nick Bolton went to Peacock in the 8th round.
Because I would have been willing, if Bolton would have fell later, I would have been willing to hold a bye week IDP guy. If it was Bolton, because I love Bolton. He's the man.
A fella.
Yeah, he's a little fucker too, and he kills it.
Come on now.
Him and Terrell Bernard, they're not like big linebackers at all. They're just speedy and they hit hard. So when they get hurt, it's because they're hurting themselves. You know what I mean?
They know where the ball at, bro. At all times. Facts. Then we got Rashad White, Grenard. Oh, excuse me. Brian Robinson, Blake Cashman, Devon Henley, aka Baby Big U, Austin Eckler, Bobby Wagner, Terrell Bernard, and Frankie Lavou.
Love my guy Frankie Lavou. All those IDPs right there are awesome.
100%.
Terrell Bernard, Bolton, Lavou,
Bobby Wags, OG.
B Wags.
Getting another shot in the playoffs. That's crazy. Shout out to Bobby Wagner still doing it, bro.
He won his title with Dan Quinn.
Oh, my mama.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, that was the first order of business when Dan Quinn got hired. He brought over B-Wags. You know what I mean? Then they brought over Frankie Lou because, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need your middle linebacker and then what DQ calls the anchor. So Louisville was the anchor this year. You know
yeah, it was what was the Legion of Boom? Wagner, what's my other boy name?
DJ or something? No, is
KJ
it
Wright. It was KJ Wright.
KJ? There you go. KJ,
K-
not DJ.
KJ Wright and somebody else on that other side. I forgot.
And then they and then from then on moving forward in fantasy, you were always able to fuck with B-Wags and whoever was the second guy. You know what I mean? Like in recent history, we're talking like, you know, Jordan Brooks or Cody Barton, or you know what I mean? Just anybody that was the other guy was always eating alongside the middle linebacker, in this case, B-Wags. So look at this year too. B-Wags and Luvu killed it all year. I got one share of Luvu in these playoff leagues, and I'm hella happy to have it, because even if they don't surpass, because that's my whole thing, is like when you have an attack that's going to run a lot or a decent amount, like in this case Buccaneers, right? They, you know, with Buck, they're going to run a decent amount. I just want to throw my linebackers at those running backs as much as possible, because then that's like the key to getting like tackles. It's like a cheat code.
Talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Big bro said, should see Alshire and Christian Harris on the field together for the first time all season. Whoa.
Yes. And
whoa.
I've been trying to get a bunch of Christian Harris everywhere too.
Oh my mama.
He's a beast. And I love Alshire too. Love him.
Besides Peacock, fucking Kiddiff is the only two that I heard, you know what I mean, talking about them niggas, them boys, you know what I mean, going on to the next round.
Yeah,
100%. Everybody on the Chargers bandwagon and having them going, and I'm one of the ones that got the Chargers moving on. But when you talk about them two being on the field together for the first time, and you got Danielle and my boy young Will Anderson the third over there, you know what I mean? Only piece they miss is Petrie. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Damn, it's gonna be a good game, bro.
Yeah, and then you have the likes of Bullock, the Rook.
Come on now,
killing it, and then you have the other Rook, Lassiter, the Laceration. You know what I'm saying? And then there's Stingley. So that secondary is fucking nasty. And Justin Herbert, here's the one thing: he's been hella safe with the ball this year because his offensive line has been good. You know what I mean? So he's had time to deal. You know what I'm saying? He's had more clean pockets than he's ever seen in his entire fucking career, for real. He only has 3 picks in the season, I think. It's pretty crazy because he's a guy who was prone to throwing turnovers because of the amount of volume he threw. So we actually saw a fairly efficient version of Justin Herbert. But here's the thing, is like if you can get him playing from behind and you get him to where he's forced to throw a lot more, he's going to be prone to those mistakes again, regardless of how much time he has. It's just how he's been. So I'm thinking it's definitely that defense that has to like win this game for the Texans. And like if Joe Mixon can get going, because here's another thing. It's like I've seen Texans lose games where Joe Mixon absolutely dominated the game. You know what I mean? And then for some reason they got away from it, or they just, you know, even though they own time possession, they just, you know, they gave it 120 big plays that ended up touchdowns. You know what I mean? That's another thing with the Texans defense is those splash plays down the field. You know what I mean? We've seen those routinely for the last couple of years in the DeMeco Ryans era.
100%. I finally.
But see, it's like, who is it down the field? Quentin Johnston, right? This is what I'm saying. This is why I think the Texans act like this. Is why I'm rooting for the Texans, but just in, you know what I mean, for fantasy wise, like I'm gonna take Justin Herbert. He's gonna sling it. You know what I mean? And if he wins, which I have them winning, but now I can make cases.
For sure. And I like what you just said. Is it gonna be Quentin Johnson or Josh Palmer? Because we know what Lab brings, but the offense over there is it's not a high powered offense. I mean, we've seen it when they played Kansas City. You know what I mean?
You take away their run, which is going to be hard to run into the teeth of the Texans. You know what I mean?
Come on, now.
Like this is going to be really interesting. I'm curious to see what their plan of attack, because Greg Roman is kind of one dimensional, bro. I mean, they do have. This is the best QB they've ever had their hands on. This tandem, Jim Harbaugh and Greg Roman, because Justin Herbert can't sling it. But man, the secondary is good too. I actually like this. I didn't realize how much of a closer to a coin flip this actually is. Because then you also add the fact that Houston's hosting it. But yeah, they're probably selling a lot of their tickets. You know what I mean? The fans, you know what I mean? But see if they got a good turnout.
Richard said, respect to you all from the UK. Finna go to the pub right now.
There you go,
Shout
man.
out to you, big bro. Nothing but
man. Cheers. Be safe out there.
100%. Peacock said maybe use Alshire, Harris, and H2O in a traditional 3 linebacker set, which Houston hasn't done all season.
Give them a different look that they're not ready for. And Demeeks has ran that look when he had Warner, Aziz, and Greenlaw. You know what I mean? Because remember when Greenlaw would be out, Aziz is a killer. It's like, listen, man, we can't not have all 3 of these motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
The front 7 for Houston is fully healthy for the first time. Stingley named first team All-Pro. Lassiter and Bullock made the All-Rookie team. Uh-oh.
I mean, Bullock had, 6 picks? Is it 6? I think the league leaders were 8 or 9. Like Kirby Joseph and Xavier McKinney. Yeah. The battle wasn't far behind, bro.
Come on now.
And he was getting Bullock and Lassiter were getting picked on all year because they're staying away from the other side. And then Bullock was the one just ball hawking, bro, all year. Projected 1 point something points, so I would just be always scared to start him. You know what I mean?
Come on now.
And then I'd start him chasing the points, and then it good a few times it paid off. You know what I mean? It was like you almost just had to keep playing him otherwise.
Yeah, some of the sleepers IDP projections is just fucking whacked out. My guy Steele, my guy Tahar Steele for the Chargers.
The Chargers.
I had got him in both of them leagues, and he balled out. He probably had only like 4 single point games, and the rest was all double digit games. And they just kept projecting that motherfucker for 2 points.
Yeah, that's my man Terrell Bernard in 2023. I had him right out the gate on all my lineups. Week 1, always projected 0, all the way. We get to week 17, projected 0. Like whoa, like just every week. Nate Landman, he had like 90s. He had like 90 fucking or like 80 something solo tackles. He was up there in 2023. Same thing. Even in 2024, same thing. He's always projected 0. Landman didn't do shit this year because it was all Caden Ellis, and we even had like some sprinkles of Troy Anderson there. But either way, my point is, your sleeper sucks when it comes to projecting these IDPs, bro. Like even Dorian Williams, too. There's another name. Dorian Williams killing it all year. Took them a while before they actually gave him a decent projection. You know what I mean?
Come on now. They ain't respecting them young fellas' game out there, man. They out there balling, man.
I mean, I feel like the projection should be like based on not only production from week to week. Like when you go week to week, you take the production and then the snap count, then you make the projection. I feel like this should be like that. It's pretty cut and dry.
Come on now.
You know what I mean? Unless you really want to get intricate and you talk about like, the blitz rate or what packages if he's in that actually gets at a QB. Because then if you're talking linebacker, then you're like, oh, this guy actually gets at the QB. Maybe. But see, I don't think they ever really
formulate all that into it.
Yeah, sacks wise, like when you look at Nick Bosa, he'd be like projecting like 12 points because like like if he gets a sack and pushes a motherfucker back, you know what I mean? You get those 2. So it's like tackle for loss as well. So like a sack can net you like 12 points for real with all the extra shit.
Yeah, and then also as the season goes along and you start factoring the tackles and whatever else that gives you points, once you start averaging that out, that and like you said, the snap share, that should just be what the projections is. 100%, bro. Everything. So why wouldn't the motherfuckers if they go on a 5-week
they just gotta put it in the algorithm. It's all AI at that point, I would assume, right? I don't think they have a motherfucker like us in there like talking about, okay,
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Sleeper is the most
like you know what I mean?
user platform, and Sleeper do be addressing shit 100%. You could go on
Yeah,
the
hell yeah, we can hit them up 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, hey, bro, I say, bro, I got a problem with this. And they'll hear you out for real. They'll respond.
100%. They don't play about that shit. That's one thing that they don't do is play. Shout out to Sleeper, man.
Yeah, Sleeper, give me money. Yeah, I mean,
100%, bro.
look at this. See, Sleeper is one of those ones. I'd be like, bruh, if Sleeper could do NFL playoff leagues, everybody and their mama is doing NFL playoff leagues. If they did it on Yahoo, everybody and their mama's doing it.
I'm gonna tell you, once
I
they
get it on Fantrax, it's like
that,
really for degenerates. You know what I mean?
once Sleeper do that, and then they find a way to allow you to transfer your Yahoo history, your league history, it's a wrap.
Yeah. Imagine they start doing precious metals over there.
Right.
Precious metal rankings. Like you
telling you.
to Yahoo. They bring all your Yahoo history over here, download it.
It's
Remember, Sleeper was innovative at one point. In 2020, they were paying commissioners $100 if you could switch your league to Sleeper.
For real?
Yeah, you don't remember this?
Nuh-uh.
You know, shout out to the Rum Boys, you know, because bro, whatever, he was like, listen, and he was starting up, he was, you know, creating different accounts because it was free money.
Is that right?
100%. Here was the catch: you had to have a certain amount of them that have never played on Sleeper before.
Oh, a certain amount of your league mates.
Yeah. Because they're making an account for the first time. So how do you get around that? Make a fucking brand new account. You know what I mean? Bong. Yeah, so right out the gate, I remember being in all his leagues that year. I remember I was in 3 leagues. I had 3 different Sleeper accounts.
Oh, wow.
Well, because to help bro out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was they were paying commissioners $100 to bring your league over to Sleeper, but you had to have X amount of people that were new Sleeper guys.
That's crazy. Shout out to Song. We got Song in the building.
What up, cool MC?
Yeah, that's crazy, big bro. I don't, man. Fucking
shit real.
Shit is real, bro.
Yeah, and then you know, of course, like motherfuckers was doing it. Cause Sleeper's one of them ones you get somebody on Sleeper and they go, oh, okay, Sleeper's dope. You know what I mean? Because most people they're on ESPN, they're on Yahoo.
Yeah.
That's just the world they know. You know what I mean? And I don't fault them either. Like, you know, the TFL, the Tyrannosaurus Flex League, that shit will never not be on Yahoo because everybody on there pretty predominantly just does Yahoo shit. But to get a bunch of degenerates that play $200 leagues, you know what I mean? They just always return because they're not accessible to those other leagues that most of their leagues are like 100 or 50 or so they like that we have a $200 league they can return to every year and go to war.
Yeah, my AOB brothers, some of them in the league, they not with transferring the AOB to
Sleeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like it becomes an argument I'll never even try to have.
Facts.
Because I'm just like, fuck it, I need y'all to just come through and go to war thoroughly. You know what I mean? Like, but that's the thing though, that you get them into the Sleeper and they go, oh, Sleeper's dope. Maybe they don't necessarily go, oh, Yahoo is done. And they still love the Yahoo, but I'm just saying, like, I love Sleeper because this is where like everybody's at. Like, you know, I think Yahoo and ESPN, those are like king for the home leagues. Even though things I consider are home league style. And home league to me, by definition, is something that matters. You want to win this shit. It didn't even matter the money amount. You know what I mean?
Oh, now them is facts.
Right? Even though there is money. It's like, that's the home league effect. It's like, it's the same returning or majority returning, and you want to kill them every year.
Every year. It's wartime.
Shout out to the East Side League. I hate you all. I'm the reigning champion.
Every day. Shout out to the Ashy. Shout out to the AOB, man. 100%. Shout out to the Heart. Shout out to the SBI, man.
TFL.
Yeah, man.
You got some home league aspects for sure.
Oh, everything.
You know what I mean? And you know what's funny about the home leagues? There's no home field advantage.
Facts. Oh, my mama.
Ever. There's nobody everyone's a savage. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you're not in this league. You can't be whack for years. I ain't gonna lie. There's a guy in the East Side League, and his name is Hinnock. All right, he was sub 500 for 7 seasons straight, and then Steamboat Joe, he put up all the charts, Yahoo charts. I was shitting on him all year. He finished 7-7 this year and missed the playoffs because it was a savage year. There was like 3 7-7 teams that didn't make it in a 14-teamer. You know what I mean?
That's a
deal. Yes, and he was the 7. He was 7 finished. He was 7th seed finishing at 7-7. So I was like, oh, look at you. You done shitted on him so much. He fucking turned this thing around. Also, this guy was on record. He guaranteed he was going to win it this year.
He was calling this shot.
He also would shit on me and Steamboat because we call him the Reaper because there's a reason this guy was sub 500 for 7 years. He has a knack for drafting the guys that die. He's the Reaper. So we call him the Reaper for years. He doesn't like it. He's like, I don't believe in that shit. You're mumbo jumbo fantasy gods and this and that. Oh no, don't say that. The fantasy gods don't like that. You know what I mean? Shut up. I don't believe in that shit and this and that. And then, you know what I mean? And it just kept happening to him. And this year he finished 7-7. Look at him. You know what I mean? But he guaranteed he was going to win.
He was calling it shot, boy.
Big no.
Oh, well,
he actually won. He only plays in about 2 leagues every year. He won the other one he was in. So now he tried to say, well, I did guarantee a win. No, you guaranteed the East Side League win with the one that I won. Don't ever guarantee nothing. Fuck that. Not around me. I'm going to hold you to that shit. Especially if you're not putting in the work. It's a savage-ass league. You better put in the work. You don't just guarantee some shit. What are you, the men's warehouse now? You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, nah, he was on his Broadway Joe Navin shit, man. I'm guaranteeing.
But Broadway did it. He did it after winning a whole entire season, dominating, and he was going into the Super Bowl. Like, I guarantee a win. And he didn't do shit in the Super Bowl neither. He handed it off to the 2 running backs, and they did all the work. Good shit. I'm just saying, he did guarantee it. It was really sketchy. And the mob was probably really pissed. The mob, because he was fucking with the mob hella time. Like, why are you going to go out there and guarantee it? Yeah.
Come on now. Oh, everything.
The beliefs are so strong. They wanted people to go. They were trying to get people to go heavy on the opposite end, and then the Jets win it. You know what I mean? That's how the mob do.
100%. They know what they doing.
I guarantee it.
Facts. Oh, my mama. Peacock said also, Harbaugh has never lost an opening playoff game ever. And CJ Stroud is 0-5 combined versus the Harbaugh brothers. Them some nice ass stats right there, bro.
I hate that stat. But he's lost multiple times to the better Harbaugh brother. You know what I'm saying? John Harbaugh is clearly the better coach.
Bro.
I mean, in the NFL, as it stands right now. I hate Jim Harbaugh. The Niners go to the Super Bowl and win 100% until Jim Harbaugh.
Johnny said, it's my pick. Would y'all go with Bernard Cashman as my first IDP round 6 team so far? As both Henry.
I don't go round 6.
Huh?
I don't go round 6, period. If there's still skilled guys that, you know.
Talk about it.
It's a 1-2-3. The format he's talking about though is not ours, but it is a 1-2-3. It's more closer to Sleeper's format. So scoring wise, so yeah, and then for me it'd be Bernard because I'm stronger on him moving forward. That's where I make my decision. You know what I mean?
Peacock said that's close, Johnny. I might still have to fill a wide receiver.
Exactly. That's my first
yeah.
Yeah.
If not, I'll probably go lean Bernard just a smidge. There it is there. True story. Fucking wish Sleeper offered playoff and guillotine league formats. Facts.
It'll be a wrap.
We got my dog Daniel Caps in the building. Top of the midday to you, big bro. Oh shit, man. It's almost
morning.
It's almost 3:00 over there, man. It's 2:30 over there, man. Oh my mama. Oh, everything. Wait, Diamond Joe got 25 minutes left in the sixth.
Yeah, you know what? Hold on, we're gonna live call Diamond Joe because like I'm like he's either sleeping in like crazy because I know he has a day off today.
Yeah, they was whooping our ass
He
too.
also is traveling tomorrow. He's going to Texas, so you know what I mean. Like I'm not sure what's going on. Call Steamboat Joe.
Fella.
We're gonna call Diamond Joe here. Hold on. We're gonna go in and get a live call here. Grr. Make the pick, goddammit!
Fella.
Also, we just fired one up last night that needs to be done by tomorrow.
Your call has been forwarded.
Grr.
Person you're trying.
I'm like, yo, but see, I get it. It's the regular hustle. This is what the slow draft's for. I'm gonna be irritated thoroughly if he pops up with 5 minutes to spare and makes his pick, though. I'm like, you see.
Cap said, remember that SF Baltimore Super Bowl once the power went out? Power went
I
out.
remember I pulled the plug. It's
Well,
about 12 years. Statute
He
of
was getting
limitations.
blown out in the first half, and then once we came out of halftime, they took the kickoff back, and then
Yeah, Jacoby fucking Jones ran it back.
and then I mean Cap and Frank Gore, man, on everything.
Why do we not give it to Gore
100%.
down there in the red zone? We do 4 straight passing plays. You want to know why? Because we ran the read option, the pistol, all that shit, where the QB makes the decision. When we got down into the red zone, Kaepernick years later came out and was like, we would run the look, but the call was played because Harbaugh was going to call the play in the red zone.
Mm.
And then it would be Kaepernick in the post conference, like, yeah, you know, should have made a better throw or whatever, you know, taking responsibility. And I get it though, because Harbaugh was a control freak. When Harbaugh came to the Niners, you know who wanted to come to us? Fucking Peyton Manning. Because he was trying to get attached to a defense. That was good. And Peyton Manning, there was a lot of things he was coming off that neck surgery. But for me, I knew he was juiced to the gills. HGH'd in the motherfucker. And then he went to the Broncos. You know what I mean? But it was because Jim Harbaugh was like, I call the plays. He was like, fuck, no, you don't. I'm fucking Peyton Manning, bro. The fuck? Peyton fucking Manning. And he's like, nah. And so that meeting, it was one meeting. That was it. You know, you might have a second meeting. There was no second meeting. I'm not going to do it. And he ran with Alex Smith. Then it was Greg Roman who pushed for them. It was Greg Roman who put it in his head. This is where the game is going. We need to go get Kaepernick. They drafted Kaepernick in 2012. He sat on the bench, right? Gets in there. We wanted to play Kaepernick so bad. The moment Alex Smith, we were winning games 13-9, 13-7, 13-10. This is how we were winning games with Alex Smith. Because we had Akers. Who was our kicker? We had a hell of a kicker too. So it was just like, fuck it. This is what we're doing. Run the ball, play defense, kick field goals, score a touchdown, as in one. And then we get Kaepernick, boom, different playbook. Nobody's ready for us. Magical trip to the Super Bowl. I had to pull the plug. I did it.
That's how you do. That's how you feel, huh?
Yeah, I pulled the plug, bro. I was like, yo, this is not us. You know what I'm saying? 33 minutes later, we're back on. And we had ourselves a game.
100%, bro. Them is facts. Peacock said, "Wait, Steamboat will be in Texas? What?"
Yeah, I can't. I can't remember what part of Texas he said he was going to, because his mom's and his sister moved out to Texas like years ago, maybe like 10 plus years ago. Shout out to Steamboat's brother-in-law. His name is Sav. He was a rapper too. I had joints with him back in the day.
Shout out to Sav, man.
Yeah. Hey, people don't know Steamboat used to gas, bro. Steamboat had, he was on all kind of tracks back in the day.
Is that right?
Yeah, I swear to God, Steamboat's like he's like a lyrical miracle guy. Like he has bars for real.
Talk about it.
No, I swear to God.
Oh, my mama.
It's funny because people don't ever believe you. He's barred up.
Man, speaking of Kaepernick, I pulled up the game that I've been referencing for a few days now, the Niners versus the Patriots
Yeah.
in New England, man. Kaepernick, man, came in there and did his motherfucking thing,
In
dog.
the snow.
Fuck, bro.
No gloves. A
Fuck.
real man.
Delaney motherfucking Walker.
That was the meat eater version, though, right? Yeah, Delaney Walker too, because they was like shutting out Davis. Or was Davis healthy for that game? He was.
Let me see.
They were trying to take away Davis and Crab. Because it was Crab that was the one that was back. Because remember, Crab was injured most of that year.
Yeah, well, it's the Randy Moss year too.
Yeah, and Moss went crazy that game in the revenge narrative. Even if he didn't go crazy, I do remember.
Yeah, Brandon Davis is healthy this game.
Yeah, Moss had a big ass house call. I know he had like a 50+ yarder or something like that.
Oh my mama.
Am I correct about that one?
Fuck, I can't remember. Oh, this might be it right here. Oh no, that's touchdown Delaney Walker.
It might have been just a big catch or something.
Yeah, I just started it. It's the they still in the second quarter.
Oh, you watching the whoop? Okay, yeah. You watching the actual game?
No, just the highlights. You know how they break down. You know, break it's a 15-minute. It's a 15.
Remember back in the days they had the show called The Rewind?
Yep.
And they would show a game in 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Or
this is
two games. They would show 2 games in 30 minutes, 15-minute increments.
oh, my. Also, almost like the one-handed TD. Everything. Wish the weather was better. I would invite him to the beach. Oh, my mama, pull up. RIP to Texans legend Jacoby Jones. Yeah, he took that one to the house on us, bro. Rest in peace, bro. Mitten said, okay, word. IDP went early in this draft. I'm at the 6.9 right now. Here are my offensive options. Hawkinson, Pickens, Javante, Russ, Go Dirt, Keon Coleman, Zach Ertz, Kraft, and Hollywood. Keon is a damn good pick. They got Denver. I don't know if we're gonna see PS2 locked up on Keon. I don't know what's the word on Cooper, but I like Keon. I definitely want to stay away from Javante. That backfield is ugly. Pickens at the 6.9. Where did I take? I took Pickens at the 9.4, knowing that he might not be moving on, but we might get a good game out of him. So I did take Pickens, but that might be just a tad bit early. So in Hollywood, you won't get him till next week, but you know that you got him next week if it's not if it's points based like how we're playing. So I probably would go Keon and then Hollywood and then Pickens. 100%. Oh, you got Zach Ertz too, though. Zach Ertz been eating with JD5 too. 100%. And then with the Go Dirt situation, you got all 3 pass catchers healthy. Devontae, AJ, and Go Dirt. 100 and Go Dirt is on here. So yeah, I don't know if I want to pick Go Dirt. 100%. So yeah. So let's throw Hollywood first, Ertz second, Keon third, and then Pickens. Or you can flip flop Keon and Ertz. 100%. But Ertz is lightweight, low key underrated because he is that safety valve at fucking JD5, and he's balling, bro. 100%. Oh, you got Hawkinson too. They playing 2 tight ends. I can't think of the other tight end name in Minnesota. He's also getting on the field too and getting the looks from Sam Darnold. 100%. So Hollywood, Keon, and Ertz, 2A and 2B, and then give me fucking Pickens after that, big bro. Yeah, I love Dobbs is available. Dobbs is a damn good pickup. Go get Dobbs, bro. Get Dobbs out of all of them. 100%. And you at the 6'9", who you thinking about taking on that turnaround? Oh my mama. Yeah, I like it. I definitely put Dobbs over everybody. And then, like Peacock said, it's a cumulative points league. Yep, 100%. Yeah, fuck that. 100%. And then Ertz, 100%. I love the Ertz low-key targets, man. We just watched one game on stream. I think it was a primetime game where the fucking Redskins were fucking down and Ertz had two touchdowns that game. Which one of them I think was the score to go put them above, and he had the 2-point conversion on that same fucking
To
drive.
get to overtime.
There, man, I'm telling you, yeah, Ertz is definitely a good pickup too. So, yeah, Ertz.
And Ertz has the pedigree. He done been there. He's a Super Bowl champion.
Talk about it. 2017.
Come on.
Yeah. So what Johnny said was he's on the clock right now. Options is Hawkinson, Pickens, Javonte, Russ, Goddard, Keon Coleman, Zach Ertz, Tucker Kraft, Hollywood Brown, and Romeo Dobbs.
I probably go what's his name? Keon Coleman, just because I like the matchup against the Broncos. The slot guys eat against the Broncos this year.
I had Hollywood and Ertz. No, I had Hollywood first, and then Ertz and Keon 1A, 1B, and then I had Pickens. But then when he said Dobbs, I moved Dobbs up to first over Hollywood. But you like Keon as your out of everybody on that one. Oh, bro, gone. Bro, pulled up. My bad. But yeah, I like Dobbs too, though, bro. No Christian Watson, even though they going up up against a tough defense in Philly, bro. I definitely like Dobbs, bro. We seen that the boy young J Love definitely loves to look for Dobbs when he's there, bro. 100%. Let me see. Where did we leave off at? Brian Robinson, Cashman, LaVue. And then so round 11 was, let me move the comment. Round 11 was Kyle Hamilton, Reed Blankenship, Yvonne Pace, TJ Watt, Patrick Queen, Najee, Jeremy Chin. So we had only one offensive player in the 11th round. So this where motherfuckers are starting to build out they IDP players, and you had a lot of people in the 10th and 11th round taking their first and second IDP players and waiting. And then you had Najee drop all the way to the 11-6. Did I take no, I didn't take Ray David. I mean, I didn't take Warren. Where's Jalen Warren at? I don't even know if we read Jalen Warren's name yet. That's the running back who I would rather have taken. Especially in this game where they probably will be getting their ass whooped. Oh my blind ass! I need glasses. I can't see where Jalen Warren is. But yeah, though, that's round 11. Like I said, what is it? 3 teams? No, 2 teams. 3 taking their first 2 IDPs in 10 and 11, and then you had Smoking Jay, who took his second IDP player in round 11. And then he took Derwin James. Then you got Tucker Kraft in the 12th round. You have your first team defense off the board with Bogey and the Kansas City Chiefs, who are moving on, guaranteed to be playing next week and putting up points for you. I took Marvin Mims. So this was another interesting thing because I got Washington playing a great game. I don't know if they're going to be able to move on. That game is a tie for me right now as a push between Washington and Tampa. But then my second receiver is Ladd, and I got them moving on. But you know what I mean? If those 2 teams don't hit, my next receiver is Pickens and then Mims. Now I'm totally fucked if all 4 of my receivers, McLaurin, Pickens, and Mims, and McConkey, if all their teams lose, I'm hitting a waiver wire hard on with this team, bro. And that looks like a key for disaster with this build right here on my mama. But I like the Mims at that 12-4 though. Mims low key week 18 balled, and I want to say week 17. I think he got 2 back-to-back games that he's putting together for sure, with some other big moments sprinkled in during the season. For sure. Then we got Zach Ertz, one of the steals, fucking in the 12th round by Peacock. Then you got another team defense in Philadelphia, and then another team defense in Buffalo. Tyler Bass, another kicker in Bates. Minnesota, we had Ray Davis, Christian Roseboom, Isaiah Likely, one of my guys. In the Detroit Lions, Jake Elliott. Baltimore team defense, Bogey with one of the steals in Anzalone. Chargers, Bo Nix as somebody's second quarterback. That was a damn good build right there, Peacock. Medalist from Minnesota, and Nick Benito. Oh yeah, and it looked like it's a round right up under it. I can't see. I don't know how to oh. Can y'all see that shit? Or is it just for me? The big screen, exit full screen. Yeah, that must just be for me, but I still can't even see that fucking bottom round. Everything. But yeah, though, man, it was a hell of a draft, bro. You know how we get down, man. You know, if the game is being played, we are playing the game as well. 100%. So shout out to my league mates in this motherfucking playoff league. Shout out to everybody that's in the leagues with us. 100%, man. We appreciate that shit, man. This is just the tip of the iceberg, or the cherry on, or just the baking process for the cake. That's, you know, once we get to the icing of the cake, will be draft season come August and early August, when we do these redrafts, because we about to do the dynasty leagues here in a minute. 100%. That's gonna be part of the cake ingredients, and then once the cake is baked and we get into the final stages, man, that's August and fucking September, man. So let's go. 100%. Peacock said, "LOL." I was watching a short with some interesting facts on Ozzy Osbourne. Turns out the dude inherited mutations from a long line of Neanderthals in his family history. He found out when he went to go get tested. He was curious why he was still alive after all the decades of drug use, and turns out he has several genetic mutations that have helped him keep him alive. Whoa, they adapted to the fucking drugs, bro.
Hey man, he's like, hey, fucking drugs, man. Why am I still around? Hey, he was always Sharon. He was always
Sharon.
Oh shit, that motherfucker was walking drugs. I love Ozzy Osbourne. He was fucking awesome. I mean, is awesome. He's still around.
Sharon. Sharon.
Sharon. There's fucking dogs and the fucking shit. Fucking shit everywhere. He would be walking around sniffing on
my mama cussing
fucking
like
dogs.
Oh,
He was loaded to the gills.
Higher than giraffe puss.
I fuck with what's his name, bro? I fuck with Ozzy.
Come on now, every day.
Yeah.
Min says, I have 2 shares of Keon and Zach Ertz already. So I went Dobbs, 6 picks till my next turn. So if Ertz, Keon, Hollywood, oh yeah, damn good.
They fall. Yeah,
damn good.
The reason why I've been curving a lot of the receiving options for Green Bay is because I just don't want to fuck with that secondary. Like, the only Green Bay piece I've really been targeting, and mind you, because I live in a world where Green Bay loses this game. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But this is the ideology I've attached myself to, so I could target accordingly in these drafts. So Josh Jacobs is the guy I've been getting at super value.
Yeah.
I'm usually if I don't get the Gibbs, Saquon, Derrick Henry, Bucky, Kyron Williams, then there's like really no other running backs I really want. And JK is fine. I get him at value. I get Josh Jacobs at value, but it's only because of the ideology that I have. You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
think that the Eagles, their plan of attack for defense is they're going to make Jordan Love throw the ball and try and control
They're gonna try
Josh
to
Jacobs,
stop
because
Josh.
Josh Jacobs has been having 25 touches, 27 touches, 30 touches, and you know what I mean. They've been relying heavy on Josh Jacobs some of these last few weeks of the season, maybe even since like week motherfucking 8 or 9. You know what I mean? Josh Jacobs taking a lot of touches, and I think that fucking Philly is going to try and make Jordan Love throw that ball. But like you said, something about the secondary, you know what I mean, in Philly, you know what I mean, might be like, but if they got a man up and go player for player, you know what I mean, they might be able to Green Bay might be able to get loose. You know what I mean? 100%. And no Watson. So this might be a Jaden Reed game. 100%. We might see a little Jaden Reed, a little bit.
The slot. If they get him in the slot, first of all, the slot guys should eat. Period, because that's their one of their weak spots, quote unquote. I mean, we're only a couple weeks away from Adam Thielen going crazy. Maybe a month away or a month ago, right? Adam Thielen went crazy on them. Who else did they play recently? Didn't Nabbers? Who did they play in week 18?
Who?
The Eagles. Because I know someone went crazy on them too. Either way, even if they're not playing starter, I'm just saying, them motherfuckers, I'm not really trying to test them like that. Yeah. That's why, but I let that dictate my decision making. Otherwise, I'm not mad at the Romeo Dobbs pick for real. Like it's he's a number one option on the team.
100%. Bakes a lot said, is we doing a review for the number 4 league?
Yeah, we could. Oh yeah, it just finished, huh? Yeah, we could do it. You know what I mean? Hold on. I might as well send you some screenshots of this. And we can overlook this thing right now. Hold on, give me a second. We'll get to it. Oh shit. Hold on. I gotta figure out how to find the draft board now. See, that's the thing is I don't know how to use this. We only use this fucking this jump off for the goddamn playoff leagues. I'm like learning how to navigate it every time this year.
Oh
yeah, we could do it. I mean, yeah, that one was pretty gruesome. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it's almost 12. I'm gonna be shaking in a minute. Yeah,
we're gonna shut this
my ass in the house. Every
my little ones is still asleep too because it was all up late. I'm like, cool. I'm enjoying it. Well, actually, one of my oldest is at school. She got it. She's driving now too. That's crazy. I still be tripping.
That's big, bro. Oh, every day.
And then my second oldest, she's out. She don't go back to school till February because of year-round school shit. But she, she's the one that was kind of woke up feeling she been kind of under the weather the last 2 days. I'm like, but right now I just did. But that's where I was at when I just left. I threw some ramen on the pot for her. She drank an emergency. I would have gave her another thing of Tylenol, but doesn't have a fever. So I'm like, cool. And she had a low grade prior to this. You know what I mean? So, because you know what I'm saying, we're playing. You know what I mean? I will cancel a trip for the kids' health. Like, you know what I mean?
100%. Because she want to go too.
Yeah, she
want to miss out while everybody go.
Yeah, for real. Disneyland, bro.
Come on now.
Go Disneyland.
The happiest place on earth.
You feel me? I know Mickey. I remember I kept telling when my son was 3 years old, that was his third birthday. That was the last time we took him there. I remember I kept telling him the whole time, I know Mickey. I kept telling him, and then you know how when they're out there walking around, they'll go up and say, "Hey, Mickey!" They walk up to you, say what's up and shit. My son was like, like, I told you, bro. I'm shaking Mickey's hand. I told you I know, bro.
That's my homie. I've been knowing him since I was your age, son.
Like, bro, I've been knowing this motherfucker, bro.
I've been knowing him since I was your age.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
I got pictures with him from back in the day.
He was tripping. He was like, oh, shit. Pops ain't
My dad does know him. Awesome. Oh, every day.
Back.
Peacock says Sharon had panic buttons installed in their house. She had to use it one time on him because he told her, "We have decided it's time you die," and you unalived yourself, and started to caress her neck. She hit the button to call the cop.
Oh my God. You know what's fucked up is that he has a history of drug use. And he'd be like, the drug side effects that finally took him over the edge.
100%. Peacock said he split and they didn't see him for days later.
Come on. He was like, fuck this shit. She called the peoples on me, bro.
Can he
fucking bitch, Shannon.
Motherfucker, he be shaking.
Fucking bitch.
Oh my.
You really?
Oh my mama, that shit is crazy.
Hold on, I'll be right back. That's my alarm to make sure I turn off the ramen.
Oh my mama. You don't want to burn the noodles. Give me facts. Johnny said he also got AJ Brown, so having Dobbs is good if they're upset. Yeah, 100%. I like that. Oh, everything. Bakes a lot said he thought Bogey said Madame Delon. Oh, everything. That's his new name, Madame Delon. What is the going rate? Madame Delon is looking for Skip Bayless because he said he got 1.5 million for the Madame. 100%, bro. That shit is crazy, bro. Oh my mama. Peacock says Sharon a real one. She clocked him, knocked him out one time when he was acting up at a party. Clocked him over his head, drug his ass back to the car, and whooped on him in the car. Don't you ever be doing no shit like this at the motherfucking party, boy. Who the fuck you think you is? I've been taking care of you for the last 50 fucking years. Oh, everything. Yeah, man. Yes, Skip got Skip when Joy was passing it around at work. You ain't lying, big bro. That shit is crazy. He mad. That's why Skip was on that bullshit. He wasn't getting none of the kitty cat. Everything. He didn't get to stroke the kitty cat like everybody else was allegedly doing in Fox Sports. 100%. That shit is crazy. Man, I watched this morning Peacock where they pulled up a clip of Joy Taylor talking about how when Jeff Saturday was the interim coach for the Colts and how he got his job just based on the relationship that he had with the owner, Irsay.
100%.
And she was going in on that boy. Huh?
I seen that clip.
That shit is correct. But then she was like, well, when a woman, and I'm like, oh, no.
And see, this is all great if we didn't find out later on that she was sleeping her way to the top.
Them is facts, bro.
Giving up the big old vagines.
Them is facts, bro. That shit is crazy.
I mean, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. The women have all the power with the vagine. It just sucks that for them, men in these days, they're the ones that run these industries. And you know what I'm saying? Man, of course we want to see equality and women in positions of power and having opinions, not just being a mediator between two men in this case, on these sports talk shows and whatnot. But man, it sucks when you're actually fucking your way to the top.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
And maybe it's unfortunate for the circumstance because it could have been prior to her. This was just the way, maybe. But I don't know. You know, there's still,
Well, allegedly, while this was going on, she was already married.
Yep.
That ended in a divorce.
Yeah, because
he was engaged. He was engaged again, and then the engagement ended allegedly due to her, stepping
infidelities.
100%.
She definitely was going in on hella motherfuckers though. I went down a little rabbit hole of like she was going in. Shout out to her. I mean, you know,
100%.
to make it in a male dominant space, bro, dude, you gotta do what you gotta do. But at the same time, too, it's like that shouldn't be the case, right? And in her case, like she's a poor representation for other women that's working hard trying to do it the legit way. You know what I mean?
If you're preaching empowerment and standing on business with women rights, and allegedly you told a woman who's your coworker, but also I guess y'all look at each other as a friendship type relationship. You told
Yeah.
her that she's been gross.
The Persian chick.
Yeah, and she told her to push that shit up under the rug. Like, that's fucked up, bro. Oh my
Yeah.
mouth.
And you know, this is just a woman, the other woman in question, or the one who's alleged a lot of these things. Of course, she's just trying to like make her way in this regular job space. And in the moment she ain't doing this, that, and the third, I mean, what do you expect? And then you got Skip, just damn, Skip is total weirdo. Damn, that sucks.
Man,
I love Skip. He's one of my favorite bad guys in the game. Was because it sucks. I mean, you know what I mean? When you're, I mean, and for him, you know, he's a married guy, always talking. We ain't nobody even ever seen Beatrice or whatever her name is. What's her name? Is it really? He talks about her all the time.
100%. Ernestine? Is it Ernestine?
Burstein, something.
Yeah,
something.
so, oh my mama. Yeah, them is facts. Yeah, that shit, man.
Beatrice. Is her name Beatrice?
But the cold thing is like, right, ever since Uncle Shay and him broke up, you know what I mean? You been
now it comes to find out they fired him because of this shit.
Nah, not Uncle Shay. They didn't fire Shay.
Well, here's the thing. This is what's alleged. They said that Charlie was like, okay, you know, he was trying to eliminate everyone that's tied to this shit. Shay allegedly was, but he was telling people that Shay was fucking on the Notion broad.
Right.
She's denying it. Whether this is true or not, she's denying it. Then they release Shay. And they try to go an entire year matching so-and-so with Skip. You know what I mean?
But see, that's the thing though. Like if see, that's where
and
they
absolutely
that's why they saying Unc is playing the puppet master role by Sick and
Oh girl. Yeah,
of a love triangle, you know what I mean? Or maybe if Fox can prove that he was messing with the Nasheen bride, the plaintiff, then the lawsuit is thrown out because you fucking on your coworker too. 100%. And this is it's a class action suit and it's a personal suit.
Yeah, but see, Shay, if it's already alleged, now it's hearsay, right? In court, they're gonna be like, that's hearsay. You know what I mean? So unless Shay gets sworn in and asks this shit, but see, this is gonna be a civil joint. So you know what I mean? Like it might not get past depots type of shit.
No, because we were going
sworn in and say
we were going through the paperwork yesterday on the show, and it's a class action lawsuit. It's going to jury. They want a jury trial.
Wow, that's big.
So it's a class action lawsuit mixed in with a personal lawsuit. Here, I got the paperwork right here.
He's like, man, I got it right here, right?
I got the whole documents on everything.
That's pretty crazy, bro. Okay, so you're bringing me up to speed right now.
I'm gonna read the class action complaint, and then I'm gonna read the individual complaint to you. So, class action complaint is failure to pay minimum wages, failure to pay overtime wages, failure to reimburse business expenses, failure to pay all wages upon separation, failure to furnish accurate itemized wage statements, and unfair, unlawful, and fraudulent business practices. Oh, give me a second.
At the buzzer. Yeah, this is
insane. Here go to individual complaints: sexual battery, hostile work environment, race, sex, hostile work environment, disability.
And she has a strong case too with all the shit with
failure to prevent harassment, negligent supervision, hiring and retention, retaliation, and wrongful
retaliation is a charge.
Demand for jury trial. So she's ready to suppress all her evidence that she has.
Well, she here's the thing too, is like here's one thing, and I don't know, someone could probably correct me if I'm wrong about this. She did sneak record him, and a lot of the shit is damning for Skip, right? But like,
yes, that's in the paperwork.
In the California state of law, though, you have to make someone aware that you're recording them.
But in that statement, he
unless
said,
you're like undercover or something, like where the law states it. You know what I mean?
So in that state, so and one of the things that you're talking about somewhere in the paperwork. So in the paperwork, it says that the makeup rooms damn it,
at the buzzer. Yeah, because because these are what lawyers.
But the Fox Sports has those rooms recorded. They know that he's in the paperwork saying he knows that the room he's on everything. I'm gonna find it. Give me a second.
Do that. Yeah, because then these are the things that lawyers are gonna try to find to combat this shit, right? On both sides, like they're gonna try to. Oh, he's fucked, and he was working there at the time. The shit that's alleged with Shay, they can deny that shit. And then with Shay, and the motherfucker could goddamn, this shit ain't gonna affect him, so to speak, because he's not working there for a long time now, over a year now, right? I mean, all this shit hit the fan.
Come on now.
That shit kind of funny because Shay's doing it the right way too. Whether or not people say, "Oh, that Cat Williams shit blew him up," he was already building traction. That was why Cat Williams did that show.
Yeah, that shit, bro. The way that is playing, the way that shit is playing out is it's crazy because ever since they broke up, when we do the motherfucking weekend wrap up, this is like our fourth topic about the whole Fox Sports shit, bro. 100%. And now we're starting to see why it really broke up.
Yeah. I mean, because they had gold there with Shay and Shannon and Skip. Look, Skip, they're betting Mountain Dews. I bet you 12K is Mountain Dew. You know what I mean? Well, it's got to be diet. That's fine, Skip. You know what I mean? And
here it goes right here. This is what it says, big bro. It says the plaintiff even used a recording device to capture a conversation with Skip. Skip arrives in the makeup room and for the plaintiff to cut his hair with his regular scheduled haircut. Skip knew that the makeup room was always recorded and clearly states this room is bugged during their conversation.
Wow, so he's full. Oh, they using that thing. Because here's what's crazy. It's like, he's like, this is where it becomes like some movies, Hollywood shit. Skip was like madly in love with the bitch.
Oh, yeah.
He was like in love with this bitch. Crazy.
100%. And then for him to say Skip is the one that said that Charlie Dixon is the one that told Skip that Nasheem, the plaintiff, and Unc was messing around. Yeah. And Skip said, "You broke my heart."
He was in love with the bride. He's like,
100%.
"You put me in for free. I'm trying to give you $1 million."
Allegedly. Hold on. Let me pull up the allegedly thing right now. I should have been pulled that up.
Allegedly.
All this conversation is alleged right now.
It's a legend.
Oh, everything. Fucking hey, bro.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, this shit is beyond. This shit is beyond me right now, bro. No,
I just washed my allegedly sweater. I'm going to wear that. I'm about to wear that down there in SoCal. Damn. Shit crazy. 2025. It's not even been like a week. It's been just a week. Week and a day. A week and a couple days. It's kind of crazy. Not a dull moment so far. Thus far. Man, I feel like whipping me a top ramen up too, bro. That's a hella good. Yeah, when bruh come back, we're gonna close this thing out. We talking about too much alleged stuff. People's gonna be honest. It's kind of crazy. Where's my man Diamond Joe at? Where you at, Diamond Joe? He just got auto pick too. He got a cue though, I'm sure. He's not stupid.
Can you hear me, bro?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on, bro. Something happened.
Yeah,
with my shit.
that's what I was like. When he comes back, we'll figure it. But
Oh,
let's
there
shut
it
it down.
goes.
Let's shut
I
it down.
found it. So what I keep doing is I keep accidentally pressing buttons on the soundboard.
Oh, okay, word.
That's
Because
muting
you can
shit.
manually mute.
Yeah, I'm accidentally muting myself.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Or
mean, I don't
muting
even
the
use
headphones
mute
so
on
I
the
can't
CD. I
hear.
just mute on my fucking what is it called? On my interface.
Oh my mama.
Yeah. We could do
Johnny
it though.
said,
oh, what's the John about? It's my guy.
Johnny said, glad I caught the show today. Have a great day, y'all. Don't forget to do drugs, get money, and touch butts.
Come on. Just like the good old days.
Oh, everything.
Be careful touching butts out there though, and let's make sure it's an agreement.
100%. That is well warranted.
Yes.
100%.
Matter of fact, have this agreement on camera too. Like, listen, okay, I'm gonna grab the booty. You allow it? Yes. Boom.
Talk about it, bro.
I mean,
Oh,
be careful out there, fellas.
Gotta be, bro. No lie, bro. Come on now. Peacock said from bartender to hosting her own show. Wow.
Come on.
Joy used the coochie ahead in the game. 100%.
Oh, she's getting ahead in the game.
Oh, my mama. Lisa Ann did fantasy and no one batted an eye. Of course, she wasn't sleeping around to get paid and gain status. She was just.
But that's a total different story though, because the fantasy football space is full of like, you know, your stereotypical nerds, right? Like if you think about a nerd stereotype, it'd be like a guy that plays fantasy football. We're not nerds. I am a nerd actually, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like not your stereotypical nerd, because it's not cool to be a nerd. But what I'm saying though is that the nerds, the stereotypical one, they ain't getting pussy like that, so they are drooling over the porn star that does fantasy content. Yeah,
100%.
100%. It's different.
Facts.
She skyrocketed to the top.
She skyrocketed.
And fucking was her actual job prior to this. She's stepping out of her field.
Oh my mama.
Yeah,
in my entire work career, why did no one offer me money and promotion to sleep with me? Oh, everything. I think Diamond Joe auto picked Sam Darnold.
there you go. The son of Mitch. Actually, his mom's a great woman. I met her.
Oh my mama, bro. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we could do it though. Put a ball in this thing. You know what I mean? Thoroughly reviewed. We got a bunch of other ones. You know, we'll still review them as the course goes along, because we will be covering a lot of these playoff games. You know what I'm saying? Per usual. And you know what I mean? Everybody stay tuned. You know what I mean? Like and subscribe, all that shit, all the channels, Main Heart Start, Guru Nation, Neon Peacock, Gen Wealth Net. Hey,
we gone, y'all. We'll see y'all in a minute, man. Peace.